you and try and keep you quiet?
As Nathan just said, it's about communication, centre half. You need to have a good pair. You need to have an understanding. I think Mepham was probably slightly deeper than Rode on a few occasions we saw. Certainly the time where he almost got rolled in the first half. So yeah, just communication. I think they're going to have to squeeze the pitch a little bit higher. I don't think Yilmaz is blessed with blistering pace, so they can afford to gamble a little bit and squeeze the pitch, which will help the midfielders, help them out as well. So like I said, I'm sure they've watched videos and talked to Page, who was obviously a tremendous centre half in his day, and they're going into this with a game plan to handle him.
There's a terrific piece actually on the BBC Sport website all about the rise of Burak Yilmaz, who spent almost his entire career in Turkey, but signed for Lille at the age of 35 and has just scored 16 goals in 28 games to help them win the league title. Let's speak to a man who knows this Turkish squad inside out. Journalist Mehmet Demircan is with us. Mehmet, good afternoon.
Good afternoon for you both.
What is the feeling within Turkey about this game?
Well, the only feeling is that they have to win this game because, if they lose this game, then they're out. And that would be a very, very big disappointment for this young squad with a experienced coach who has a good profile, winning the bronze medal in the World Cup finals in 2002. So the only feeling is that they gonna, whatever happens, they have to win this game. That's the only feeling the players now have, I think.
We've been talking about Burak Yilmaz, but there's also Cengiz Ünder, who Leicester fans will have seen. He's had a great career, even at his young age, playing for Roma. Çalhanoğlu, of course, there's quite a lot of attacking threat, isn't there, Mehmet?
Well, yes. About Hakan Çalhanoğlu and Cengiz Ünder, those are two players who are capable to do a lot of things with the ball. They can dribble, they can shoot the ball, they can, give good cross passes, and with an experienced player like Burak Yilmaz up front, those are the three players I think Wales should watch out for.
Is Yilmaz as strong as he looks? Would you expect him to be playing effectively as a target man? Will they hit balls up to him, or is he a different sort of number 9?
No, I think you call it the pinch hitter, Mm-hmm. So he's a typical number 9. He can shoot the ball. He can make crosses. He can score goals with his head, left foot, right foot. He is a very strong player physically. He can get around with the ball. He's not that fast, quick anymore as he used to be, but he's a typical number 9. So I think he's gonna he's gonna play a good 90 games tonight. He should have,
We know it's going to feel like a home game, and it's not just because of the proximity to Turkey, Mehmet. These two nations are very closely aligned, aren't they? Politically, even very similar languages. They're going to be back in Turkey.
Yeah, well, we call it. We have a saying about these two countries: two nations. No, two people, one country. So this is going to be a home game for Turkey, that's for sure. Whatever happens, the supporters all around Azerbaijan will support Turkey for sure. And because it's a very nearby country, I think a lot of Turkish fans also went down to see the game, because this is the most critical game of this group, I think, because with the result comes out, then we know a little bit more who can be dreaming for the second place.
Mehmet, I know we talked about Yilmaz at centre forward, but have you got any worries defensively? Certainly in qualifying campaign, you didn't concede many goals, but since that you seem to have, conceded more than you would like to. Have you got any worries there tonight?
Yes, to be sure, about that, because to be realistically, we have a young team, and sometimes these young players with not much experience, like other players, this is most of the players gonna play their first championship. So we saw that at the Italian game against Italy, experienced Italy, that we have to be careful. Turkey has to be show a little bit more discipline, and physically they have to be ready. Most of the journalists, commentators after the Italy game said that they were not physically ready enough for the Italy game. So we saw that they made a lot of personal mistakes, and the defense normally at the group games were very good. They had a very good performance, but we saw at the Italy game that not only experienced, you have to be disciplined and you have to be ready for a big 90 minutes. So again, to be honest, I am a little bit scared about the defense. If they make a little, personal mistakes, then Wales have a chance, to beat Turkey.
Mehmet, just before we let you go then, we've all been talking about Burak Yilmaz and focusing on the Turkish threat. Turkey is an absolutely football-mad nation. So if we were on national radio in Turkey right now, would they be doing a big conversation about Kiefer Moore and the danger that he poses?
Well, of course. We love football. As you know, we love football, and we only speak about football. Football is more important in Turkey than politics. So this game is more important than anything else today in Turkey. So if we were on national radio, then everybody should more ask about if what kind of a game Gareth Bale is going to play, and if Moore is going to score, or they will say, most probably say hello to Dino Saunders or something like that. You understand me?
First mention of Dean Saunders today. Love that. Mehmet, thank you very much. Turkish journalist Mehmet Demircan joining us live on 5 Live Sport. I tell you what, we've been talking about dealing with Burak Yilmaz. You would kind of hope that in training, they're kind of using Kiefer Moore in that context, just to make sure they're used to the kind of hits that they're going to have to take.
Yeah, exactly. No perfect match, I wouldn't have thought. everyone knows the way big Kiefer plays, big strong lad who enjoys the ball in there, but also can play with the ball at his feet. So like I say, two very similar centre forwards playing for each team tonight.
He swapped the red head bandage for a black one tonight, Kiefer Moore. He's had an incredible journey from playing non-league football just 4 years ago to representing his nation and fulfilling his dream of scoring in the big time for Wales.
Yeah, I was made up with a goal, that's where I play all my football really, in both sides of the boxes, and balls in like that I love, and that's bread and butter for me, that. But Switzerland are a very good team. They controlled the possession very well, even when we tried to press them. I think they played through us at times, but I think that sums us up really as Wales. We kept pushing, we kept prodding, and we got a corner, and we made the most of it, and like you said, you don't want to lose your first game, so a point from that game was a good for us.
I know you've spoken in the past about your sort of journey to get here. I mean, we are literally a lot of miles from Truro and Paynton Swifts and stuff, but I mean, it's been an unbelievable career, really.
Yeah, it has. It's been some journey, and it's only really when you kind of look back, you realise, how far you've actually come, and it's. I'm just enjoying myself. Every kid dreams of being a professional footballer, and I'm living my dream. So I'll always play with a smile on my face.
And a serious point, because you've come through non-league football, obviously you're playing with and against kids who might have come through Premier League academies or whatever. Do you feel that they've missed out on part of a development because they haven't played the kind of games that you've played in?
Yeah, I think if I had to choose routes in which I take, if I was to maybe change my journey, I would choose mine every single time. It makes you more of a man quicker. It makes you realise how difficult and demanding football really is at like a men's level. And yeah, it's a tough old sport, but I think once you get to grips with it, you can make it what you want it to, really.
We've been looking through old archive stuff and found your cup tie for Yeovil against Man United.
Yeah.
And now you're playing alongside players from Juventus, Man United, Real Madrid. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's it's amazing really how far I've come from those days, and you know, I don't even think about stuff like that anymore. To me, it's just getting on the pitch and trying to fight for the team and do everything I can to make sure the team win.
How difficult is it as a footballer to play your style of game, which is very physical? You get your head onto crosses, you get your head onto defensive corners and everything. When you've experienced what you experienced, which was a very serious fractured skull a couple of years ago, not even that long ago.
Yeah, it took me a little time to adjust maybe. You know, I kind of, for the first part, maybe changed my game a little where I tried bring a lot more down, but I think as time's passed, I had to realise if I wasn't going to be confident in what I was doing, then it wasn't going to work. So you go back to the way you were before. You had to, you know, take a leap of faith. You know, you know what? It was a freak accident. Stuff like that normally never happens in football, and it hasn't affected me one bit. I don't ever really think of that moment when I'm going up for a challenge. Otherwise, if I did, it would probably hinder me.
This game against Turkey is maybe make or break. It kind of looks that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. I mean, we've seen how good a team they are, and Italy put on a good show against them on the weekend, but we know it's going to be a hard game, but you know, we're training where expected. We want to win this game. We want to get the 3 points, and you know, the way we're playing at the moment, I think there's more room for us to improve and to only get better, and you know, take the 3 points. And
I think in a way it's going to feel a little bit like an away game, because you know, if you look into these things, Azerbaijan and Turkey are very close culturally and historically, and a lot of Turks are coming here, so it's going to be a completely different experience from an almost empty stadium against the Swiss. Yeah,
of course, yeah, but I think as a nation they want to do well, but having a full stadium can also work against them. You know, if we get on top and we really take the game to them and maybe get an early goal, you never know what their fans could do, and it could have, you know, implement their game in different ways they maybe didn't want to play their football.
That's Kiefer Moore with Steve Wilson. We've got James Collins with us in the studio, and live at the stadium in Baku, Nathan Blake and Rob Phillips. That is an incredible journey, Rob, for Kiefer Moore.
Yes, he's amazing, isn't he? A lifeguard. He was playing at Truro City and worked through. When Euro 2016 was on, he was with Forest Green, non-league. So it's been extraordinary for him. I think Mick McCarthy, the Cardiff manager now, has signed him 3 times. So he obviously saw something with him. And this season, he's really delivered for Cardiff. 20 league goals, which they've not had for a while now. But for Wales, he's just stepped in, and it's 6 goals in 18 appearances. That's 1 in 3. Any striker, well, James Collins would be delighted with that strike rate. Nathan Blake would be pretty happy with it as well. And by the way, James, I'm sure you're all ears on this. Your wish has come true. The sprinklers are on the pitch in Baku.
That's what it's all about. Get it zipping about.
They must be listening.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. Nathan, I mean, listening to Kiefer Moore talk as well, what I love is that talking about his goal, he just said, yeah, that's bread and butter for me. I would have thought there's no such thing as bread and butter when you're playing in the finals of the Euros. Nothing seems to faze the guy.
Well, he also said, Steve, you know, go back in his career and what made him realise you have to grow up quicker, you have to be, you know, a bit more manly, you know, trying to get to the top of the game. It is difficult. I think so many youngsters are in the game and they just think that I'm at an academy and automatically I'll become a footballer, and often so many of them get released and then realise actually this game is a lot tougher than what I've deemed. You know, I remember my first, as a young professional, my first pre-season, I didn't know what hit me. You know, I absolutely didn't know what hit me, and then going then and training as an apprentice and watching the pros thinking they don't train as hard as us, and then getting there and thinking actually this is 3-4 times harder than it was as a kid. So, you know, I think his journey's been remarkable, and I love the fact that nothing phases him. And like he said, I just go out there and I try to perform for the team, for myself, to the best of my ability, and it doesn't matter who I'm playing against. You know, I've always said that as a player. You know, people say, oh, do you look at the opposition? It doesn't matter, because whoever's up on the board, you know, the manager's not going to change them. If I say, oh, no, I'm up against a top defender, you're up against it, you're pitting your wits, and you just want to try and get the better of who you're playing against. And more often than not, over the years, he's built and built and built, and that's become the one constant. He keeps getting the better of his defenders, and, you know, touch wood, he'll do it again tonight.
I think he's done so well, Nath, because certainly my experience, international football, coming against the centre defenders, they're not used to playing against a Keith Moore. Do you know what I mean? The big physical guy. There's not many of the. Don't mean there's not many about, but it's sort of a little bit old school, if you like. I don't want to say that about Keeper, but I mean they're not used to play more quick sort of movement centre forwards rather than big Keeper. And I think that's why he's done so well.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, James, because, like I said, that sort of striker is a thing of the past, right? Even in our own British game, you know, we're getting to the point now where we were arguing whether a striker was going to be warranted. My sidekick over here was saying, like, false number 9s, but he's just proved my point. He's proved everything I've been saying, is you need a number 9, you need a goal scorer. He is a big 6'5" strapping lad, but you know, there's more to him than getting his head on the ball.
Definitely.
He is, like I said, he can bring it down. He can bring people into play. He will run the channels. You know, he must be an absolute nightmare to play against for centre-halves, who, like you say, James, just aren't used to seeing that sort of player. They don't come up against that physicality anymore. It's all about movement, slick passes, slide rule passes. But all of a sudden, it's a bit of a throwback. But he's not just a big man, he can play as well.
Rob, I noticed that before this absolutely massive game, Nathan's just relegated you from correspondent to sidekick.
Yeah, well, you know, he just likes a little dig before we get going, but that's fine. We'll just get warmed up. Like, this is the sparring, and then we'll get to the real scraps when we get into the game.
I'm sure there's just been a clip of Batman and Robin on our screen here in the studio.
Oh, look, James, you've set him up once. There's no need for this. I really had a go at you in your career, even though you deserved it plenty of times.
But going back to Keith Moore's 6 goals in 18 games, I think I had 6 red cards in 18 games, so I can't comment on that.
Right, well, there's one more person we've certainly got to hear from before kick-off, and that's the Wales head coach, Robert Page, who's been speaking pitch side with Carl Roberts.
Well, I think we set our foundations. We were hard-working. We showed resilience. We showed that we can come back from difficult situations against a very good team. And I said to him after the game, that's the foundations, you know. Yes, there's areas we can improve on. And when you look at the team on paper, we've got some gifted footballers on that team sheet. So, yeah, we'll be looking for a little bit of improvement when we get the ball and create more chances, create more shots at goal. And that'll be the benchmark for us tonight.
And what will the opposition offer differently this evening, do you think?
Well, they'd have looked at the game and you know, the Italy game and our game and see this as a game that they must win. So we're expecting an extremely tough game. They're going to come out the traps. You know, we'll expect them to start bright. We've got to be prepared for that. As the game gets stretched and open with the pace that we've got in the team, it should make for an entertaining game. But we're fully prepared for the challenge that's ahead.
Is this the best chance you'll have to get into the second round?
Well, it's the next game. It's the second game of 3 that we have. Of course, we're realistic. We know that Italy's going to be a tough game and a big challenge, but anything can happen on the day. So we're just fully focused on tonight's game and giving a performance. And if we give the level of performance that I know we can, then the result will take care of itself.
But a win gets you through, doesn't it? Is that how you feel?
Yeah, you'd be disappointed if 4 points didn't get you through. So we understand that. But like I said, you know, it's about giving that performance, and a performance that the supporters back home will be proud of.
Straight down the line there, Nathan Blake, no nonsense.
Absolutely. Listen, Steve, it's you know, all or nothing for me, this game. I think you know, I don't think a draw is enough, because we go to Italy and then Switzerland and Turkey have the final game, and you know, if one of them can get a win, they go above us. As simple as that. This to me is the make or break for Wales. They have to get 3 points. You know, we can't come out saying, oh, well, it's a draw, and yeah, maybe we can get a draw in Italy, because you know, there's teams below us who can go above us. So, you know, for me, it's all or nothing, and I just hope they approach this game like that tonight, because you know, if they don't, it's going to be such a disappointment. And you know, there's what, a few hundred Welsh fans who have travelled. We're here, you know, going to Italy. It'll be a solemn affair, I think, because I'm not saying it's over, but the chances of getting 3 points in Italy, let's be fair, are slim or none.
And I know there'd be a lot, you know, we've been in that position, you know, there'd be a lot of nerves amongst the lads, but you'd really want to see them, and Robert Page is really forcing them to come out on the front foot and really impose themselves on the, I know they're a young squad, but really impose themselves on the game and really show a commitment to going forward and to win the game, because, you know, as Nathan says, you know, this is a must-win game for me. Touched on it, going to Italy to get anything will be tough, so these Wales lads have really got to be thinking this is a must-win and go show the intent to actually go and win the game.
Nerves amongst the lads, James. You're sweating in the studio.
I am. I'd much rather be playing or on the bench or in the dressing room than I am here watching it and speaking to you boys.
I can only imagine what it's like for you two then, Nathan and Rob, because you've got the tension too, but also the heat.
Oh, it's a nightmare. Like James says, when you're sat here commentating, you can't affect the game, you can't affect nothing. All you can do is talk about it, Steve. And like James says, even if you're on the bench, you can talk, you can get people G'd up, you can speak to people. But sat here, yeah, it's just trying to control the nerves. That's all I'm doing.
Yeah, luckily he sat far enough away from me, Steve, that he's not kicking every ball and kicking me at the same time. So that's a small mercy of social distancing in our commentary box.
The build-up's in full swing, isn't it, Rob?
It is, yeah. There are two huge shirts. There's a sort of a flag of Baku with the trophy in the middle and the sign of Baku, and then they've just brought out two massive shirts. The Turkey white shirt with the red crescent flag on, Wales in their big red shirt. They've now just been rolled up and they're about to be run off, all in good time by the volunteers out there. I can see someone just hurrying them up, so they may be a few seconds behind on what they're scheduled, and within a couple of minutes we'll have the teams out at the Olympic Stadium.
James, just take us into that tunnel. Major tournament game. What is going through their heads right now?
I must say, looking at the lads, they look extremely a lot more relaxed than I am sat here.
They do, don't they?
Yeah, incredible. And that's testament to the lads, the team they got there. You know, the spirit, great mixture of young and old. You know, I think that's the beauty of having such a young squad. Young players go out and play with no fear and a freedom. Obviously, you've got the main man at the front there, Gareth Bale, and all the boys behind him will know if he performs and the boys behind him do their job, that Wales have got a great chance of winning this evening. Clearly,
Gareth Bale is Wales' most important player, but actually the way they're lining up in the tunnel, it's kind of fitting that the man behind him might be the second most important, and that is Danny Ward, who was absolutely brilliant against Switzerland.
He was sensational. It didn't get a lot of mention, really, because we were talking about how actually, you know, we thought Wales were poor, certainly in the first half, but yeah, if it wasn't for Danny Ward, again, was sensational on the day. You know, it could have been a lot different on Saturday, but like I said, they're all going to need to perform. Such a high pressure game. Again, the expectation back home is huge to get out of the group. Obviously what we did in 2016, but I'll go back to it again, watching them. I can't believe how relaxed these Wales lads look.
Does that give you even more confidence to see that?
I think so. I think, you know, when you're going out a bit nervous, maybe a bit tense into a game, you can sometimes make wrong decisions and rash challenges, but you know, these boys, you know, they've been in this situation. They know what the tournament's all about now, and you know, they're going to go out, and there's probably more excitement than nerves in these lads.
Gareth Bale just shifting his legs from left to right in the tunnel in his white Welsh tracksuit, giving a thumbs up to the official as he chews away on some gum, but it is the Turkish players who come out first, and I don't really need to tell you that because you can hear the noise start to build. 29,500 fans in the stadium who are supporting Turkey, and about 500 for Wales as Gareth Bale begins to walk out of the tunnel now ahead of this absolutely massive game for Robert Page's side, and the smile on the face of Gareth Bale changes now to a look of ultimate focus. Remember, a point on the board already against Switzerland. A win would give them 4. It would almost certainly be enough to take Wales through. They want to be travelling to Rome knowing they don't need anything. It would be a humongous relief. To do that, They've got to win in Azerbaijan. We can see flags fluttering in the background. There'll be nothing compared to the fluttering of the hearts of Welsh fans listening to this commentary. This is the game which could decide Wales's fate at Euro 2020. And this will be sung at home, loud and proud, the national anthem of Wales.
Wall to pay tribute to the fans who travelled, and now the Turkey national anthem. All around us, the Turkey and Azerbaijan flags fly side by side as two nations come together to support Turkey. What a task facing Wales this evening here in Baku, where a little bit of Istanbul has moved to in the last 24 hours. The Turkey team will showing two changes from the side that got off to a poor start, the 3-0 defeat by Italy last Friday. Çakır is in goal, then Çelik. Ayhan comes into the back line to play alongside Leicester City's Çağlar Söyüncü, and then complete in the back line is Umar Emeraş from Le Havre. In the holding midfield player is Okay Yaşoklu, who's been on loan at West Bromwich Albion this season. Then four across from left to right: Kenan Karaman, Hakan Çalhanoğlu of AC Milan, Ozan Tufan, and Cengiz Ünder of Leicester City. He is the second change. He comes in, and Burak Yilmaz, their captain and talisman, is up front. Wales, by contrast, unchanged from the team that fought the 1-1 draw with Switzerland. So it's Danny Ward in goal. Across the back, Connor Roberts, Chris Mepham, Joe Rodon and Ben Davis. Joe Morrell and Joe Allen will sit in front of the back line. Aaron Ramsey will play in behind a front three of Gareth Bale, the captain, on one flank, Manchester United's Daniel James on the other, and the goal-scoring hero from Saturday, Kiefer Moore. He will lead the line. The referee tonight is Artur Soares Dias of Portugal. And Wales are in their yellow tops with green shorts tonight. And listen to that noise in Baku. The nations are so close, the language is the same. United in one cause to rescue Turkey in this group after their dismal opening in Rome. The sides are lined up. It'll be Wales kicking off from right to left on 5 Live and BBC Radio Wales. It's European Championship action, Group A, the second game in Group A. It's Turkey against Wales in Baku, the capital of Azerbaijan. Referee just looking for the signal from the sidelines. Just being told to hold at the moment, and Nathan Blake, it's all set.
Yeah, it's very nerve-wracking, Rob, but can expect a different game, I think, to the one we've seen on Saturday.
As Wales take the knee and Turkey do too, showing there is no place for discrimination in our great game. Wales kick off. It's been baking in Baku all this week, but the temperatures in Group A are about to soar even higher. A game of real jeopardy for these two teams. So much risk and reward tonight, Nathan Blake.
Yeah, absolutely, Rob. Like I just started saying, Wales are going to have to play better than they did on Saturday, but also Turkey the same. A real poor performance from both teams in their opening games, but all to play for tonight. I think the loser really and truly starts to pack his bags to go home.
Ball chipped over the top of the Wales defence down this right-hand side for Yilmaz, the captain, into the middle, cleared away by the Welsh defence. Davis helps it forward to Aaron Ramsey, keeps it on this near touchline, gets the support from Ben Davis. This is Joe Allen in front of his own penalty area. Chris Meppen just squeezes it away under pressure from Kenan Karaman, who plays his football in Germany with Fortuna Düsseldorf. Long ball forward, looking for Kiefer Moore. Actually, Ramsey got in his way, headed it forward. Turkey have possession. They're all in red, Turkey tonight. And it's 0-0, and we played just over a minute in Baku.
It's going to be really interesting how these two teams set up, Rob, because we do know Turkey do like the counter-attack, but showing their intent very early on here, getting that ball forward as quickly as possible.
Well, Turkey are ranked 29th in the world. Wales are 17th. Switzerland were ranked 13th. Every time a Wales player touches the ball, you'll hear the boos. First free kick as Aaron Ramsey is felled in midfield. And Turkey, well, they lost their opening game on Friday. No surprise there. They tend to lose their opening games in championships, but tend to do better in the second. Ball down the far side for Wales, and they win an early throw-in.
There's a good little run by Dan James. Just checked himself, come towards the ball, then checked him behind.
Connor Roberts of Swansea City with this long throw into the middle. He hasn't picked out a yellow shirt, headed away by Ayhan, who's been brought into the side as Wales win a free kick again. Maybe offside though for Turkey. I think they wanted a free kick for a foul on Connor Roberts, who's limped away from where he went down, but the offside was first, and it's goalless in Baku. What has the referee decided? No, it actually is going to give Wales a free kick.
I think it is a Wales free kick. I didn't see the flag go up, Rob.
And it's about 15 yards from the left corner of the Turkey penalty area. Maybe an early chance to test this Turkish defence, as Wales have a free kick down the right-hand side, just one in the wall. Floated into the middle now, header forward, but that was always going wide by Ben Davis.
Yeah, and Turkey seems to be set up in a sort of like a 4-1-4-1 today. Slightly different how they played against Italy.
Well, they have to show more attacking intent, don't they?
Yeah, both teams do, Rob. That's what I'm hoping they should. Both for a really fantastic game, because, like I said, both teams need 3 points. It's as simple as that.
They absolutely do. Long ball forward, picked up by Turkey in the heart of the Wales midfield, Yilmaz, little ball forward, and it was a good run by Tufan, but ball escaped him as he went into the Wales penalty area, and Danny Ward will get his first touch.
Yeah, and those players like Tufan and Unders, Çalhanoğlu, they'll all be making runs in behind the Welsh defence, Rob. You need to stay steadfast, keep their eyes on the game, keep well concentrated.
Oh, Kiefer Moore wins a foul. That could be significant. It was a goal kick by Ward, and it was the Leicester City defender Soyuncu.
Well, what you know about Soyuncu, he loves a battle, he loves a fight, so those two players will relish playing against each other today.
Dan James touches the ball back. Davis just inside the Turkey half. This is Roden of Tottenham. Roberts is short. Allen, is it back to Roden again? Roden to Mepham, midway inside his own half. Roberts wants it on the far side. Dan James is up ahead. Instead he goes inside to Aaron Ramsey of Juventus, who was noticeably quiet, subdued on Saturday. Now he feeds the ball out to the right-hand side. Moore waits for the cross into the middle. Pulled too far for him. Is that a corner? It went off Celik, who is the right back at Lille, the French champions, but he managed to stop it from going up, but it is a Wales throw.
Really interested in that battle down the right-hand side. Wales right, and Turkey's left with Mirash and Dan James.
James comes short, but Bale lofts the ball into the penalty area. It went past Moore, headed away. Davis picks it up. Better start by Wales. Bale collects the ball, slides it into the penalty area. Chance here for Ramsey, onto his right foot, and the goalkeeper saves. Chakir saved at the near post. Wales create the first opening. Aaron Ramsey, the recipient, Bale the creator.
Yeah, it was a lovely little ball. Should have put it across though for me first time, Rob.
Corner taken. Wales play it back to, all the way back actually, to Danny Ward. That was a bit of a waste, but they've shown their teeth early, Nathan Blake.
Yeah, it's a much better start, and really, and Turkey as well, they're trying to press the game, Rob, and Wales are doing well trying to keep the ball, so both teams have adopted a different style to what we've seen in their first games.
This is Under, but Davis was in quickly, too strongly according to the referee. Free kick Turkey. Cengiz Under has been at Leicester this season, hasn't had too many games though. 0-0. The Turkey favoured crowd raise their team. 7 minutes gone. BBC Radio Wales and 5 Live. Euro 2020 action from Group A. Italy are top at the moment with 3 points. Wales and Switzerland have one. Don't forget, on 5 Live tonight, it's Italy against Switzerland from 8 o'clock. Alistair Bruce Ball and Leon Osman on duty for that. Here in Baku, it's goalless.
Turkey at the moment making the pitch really wide, trying to slow things down, trying to take the sting out of Wales a little. I have to say, I have had the best of the opening 6 or 7 minutes.
Celik is forward for Turkey, who's back inside to Yakoslu, who was at West Bromwich Albion this term. Putting the ball forward, the 8th meeting of these sides. First one since that dramatic 6-4 in Istanbul 24 years ago, which you have heard about before this game. Great Hakan Sukur paid to Wales then with 4 goals, even though the man to my left, Nathan Blake, got one of the Wales goals back.
That's a long time ago, Rob.
Rob Page actually played in that game, not a defensive game you want to remember. Free kick conceded by Morel on Hakan Çalhanoğlu. Free kick taken quickly, driven across the box. Shot goes in from Yilmaz. Ward parried it around. Wales were caught napping then. Ball down the right-hand side. And it was Burak Yilmaz who tested Ward with a right-footed snapshot, which Ward pushed aside.
Well, Chohalu is rolling around on the floor. His teammate gets up, plays the ball quickly. He soon gets up. Nice ball across the box. Good movement from the Almaz. And a very good save by Ward to his left.
Chohalu with the corner, pumped away by Gareth Bale, the Wales captain. Ball is headed back towards the Wales penalty area. Breaks to Dan James, slides it forward, little touch down the left-hand side for Kiefer Moore. Bale's up ahead. This is Bale. Wales have got men over on the other side. Corner to Wales. Bale tried to cross it. Ramsey was breaking into the box, so was Joe Allen.
Yeah, it's
showing
building.
Much more intent, Nathan
Well, it's
Blake.
building to be a really good game, Rob. It's what we hope for. Both teams going at it. You know, any opportunity to attack, they're taking it, taking full advantage. Turkey, like I said, trying to press Wales. Wales on that occasion, a good counter-attack, got out. It's going to be a really interesting game.
Talked about the risk and reward.
Absolutely.
Big rewards to the winners here. Corner from the left-hand side. James takes it, headed back into the 6-yard box. Away, though, by Yokoslu. Picked up on that far side by Morel. Back to Connor Roberts, chips it forward to Ramsey in the inside right position. Ramsey is shrugged off it, and it goes out for a goal kick. But again, the intent was there. This is a much better start by Wales, and much more tempo to this game. After 11 minutes, it's goalless on 5 Live on BBC Radio Wales.
Yeah, good running behind by Ramsey, but well marshalled by Marash. Good defending, just body to body. No foul or nothing like that. Good contest between the two.
And actually, Gareth Bale has touched the ball more, I think, tonight in 10 minutes than he did on Saturday in 90. Yilmaz heads on from a ball into the Wales half, picked up by Tottenham's Davis. Back to Ward, who's got this extraordinary record. He played in Euro 2016 in Wales' opener. He's played in both games so far here, and he's never played a qualifier in the European Championship. Ward chips it out to the left-hand side, too strong though, and it goes out for a Turkey throw on halfway. It's 0-0.
So evenly matched, these two teams, Rob. Like I said, playing very similar systems.
So Yunchu, first time ball forward. Roden met that. Good pick up by Moore in the centre circle. Allen slides into Wales possession, almost given away by Roden. There's an offside flag up against Burak Yilmaz, and Wales take the free kick.
Yeah, he's just goal side, just the wrong side for a moment there. Wasn't expecting to win the ball back, his teammate to win the ball back. But if you're Wales now, you want to keep the ball moving. Don't let it sit still.
Bale now clips it out to the left-hand side where James has appeared. Nods it back for the supporting Allen. Dan James now down the left-hand side. Crosses into the middle. Chance here, and it's headed over at the far post by Kiefer Moore.
Yeah, it was a great ball in, wasn't it? Great move down his left-hand side. Joe Allen gets forward. Dan James ignores him. Clips a lovely pass. Lovely cross to the far stick. Kiefer Moore's usually bread and butter. Gets above. I think it's Merash.
Yeah, he pulled on to the left back, didn't he?
Yeah, gets above him, just where you want to be. But he's just not able to get over the ball, Rob.
And you hear the whistle when Wales have a chance. So you just think if they can get a goal, then the atmosphere in this stadium may turn to their advantage. Oh, good shot on the turn by Under, though. That was fairly route one. Ball down the middle. Yilmaz chested it down, and Cengiz Under just hit it on the half volley. Ward, his Leicester teammate, was right behind it. It's still goalless.
Yeah, well, he's got his back to play. And a lovely swivel. Hits it on the volley on the left foot. Luckily, it was straight down the keeper's throat, but that could have caused all sorts of problems. Had it been left or right of Ward. Good attempt by Undes.
Only one Premier League start for Leicester. His last appearance for the Foxes was against Arsenal. Throw-in taken by Wales. Moore holds it near the corner flag. Did it go out? It did. Now that's going to be a goal kick. But we've had 14 minutes where there are more chances in this time than they were in the game against Switzerland on Saturday.
Well, like I said, Rob, if you look at both teams, both opening games, you know, Wales had a 5-10 minute spell and then they seemed to nosedive. And Turkey never really got going. You'd say it's totally different today. You've got two teams going at it, recognising the importance of the fixture.
Goalless it is, as Ugakan Shakir, who's replaced the other favourite Junok, clears. Ramsey, that was a handball, was it, by Yilmaz, spotted by the referee. Free kick Wales,
yeah,
15 yards inside the
just one hand
just
there.
the one then, yeah. Even we could see it as well. Like eagles on the perch up high in this Olympic Stadium. 69,000 is the capacity. Around about 30,000 in tonight, but plenty of noise. Hope that's coming through at home as the temperatures drop a little here in Baku. It's been swelteringly warm for the last few days. The capital city on the banks of the Caspian Sea. 3 million in Baku, about the same population as Wales. Turkey's population, 83 million. Should be a no contest, really, Nathan Blake.
Wow. You never know, Rob, you never know. It's not always as straightforward as that.
Bale comes in to meet the clearance by Ward, lays it back to Morel, finds Ramsey, who's picked up a position inside left, chips it across to Conor Roberts, who's forward on that far side, but the interception was a good one by Umar Merash, who plays his football in France with the second division club Le Havre. 0-0 on Radio Wales and 5 Live. Bale receives the throw near the byline, left-hand side, so Unchu goes out to meet him. First time cross into the middle, cleared away, picked up by Morel, edge of the box, bursts into him, Moore takes it off him. Wales still have possession with Dan James wide on the left-hand side. The Manchester United winger clips it in with his right foot, header at the far post, chance here, Moore, and it's blocked. Referee says no penalty. Wales complained. There was a header back at the far post. Moore went in for it, clubbed the ball forward just outside the 6-yard box. Soyuncu got his big frame in the way, and the referee waved away appeals for a penalty.
I think it's Gareth Bale at the far stick this time, Rob. Gets his head on it, gets it back across, great header. Causes all sorts of problems in that Turkish defence, right inside the 6-yard box. Didn't see the handball, we'll have to see a replay.
Well, there's no VAR check, at least we've not been informed there is a VAR check. The VAR man is João Pinheiro of Portugal. In fact, he's got a whole team as well. They do like to give the team names to the VAR people. Ball is threaded up to Moore. Just got the touch, but couldn't get it the second ball, as Can Ayhan did enough, and Turkey have possession.
I think this game's going to come down to fitness, Rob, I really do. Both teams going at it, playing very good football, having their chances or half chances.
Joe Allen was complaining then, the Welsh Perlo, as the Wales fans call him, that
not much of a foul, I have to say.
There's a replay. Well, it bounced off Soyuncu's elbow. I don't think he knew much about that. So it's still goalless on BBC Radio Wales and 5 Live. Don't forget Italy, Switzerland, the other game in this group, coming up from 8 on 5 Live Sport. And on BBC Radio Wales from 7, it's Call Rob, taking your calls on 03700 100 110. You can text Vicky Blight on 81012, and you can tweet us on @BBC Radio Wales. Kevin Ratcliffe and Nathan Blake will be on hand to take your views. And of course, if you want to keep up to date with everything that's happening at the Euros, the Daily Euros podcast, news, interviews, analysis from Euro 2020 every morning on BBC Sounds. And sometimes you can hear Nathan Blake and myself have a little argument. Occasionally, like every day. But we're good friends, really. And we're enjoying this game. 19 minutes gone, 0-0. Wales looking for the breakthrough. First time ball slotted forward down this left-hand side. Moore slipped, but just his very presence did enough.
Good bit of movement. Little one round the corner.
Well, I think Rob Page in his 9th game actually made his debut against Turkey in 1996. Will be far happier with his side's opening than he was in this stadium on Saturday. And Wales win the ball back high. This is Dan James, head towards the byline, just clipped. Did it go over the byline? I think, no, it didn't.
No.
Referee allows play to go on in Turkey. Well, they tried to move down this right-hand side. It was Çalhanoğlu, but James thrust in a foot, and it's a Turkey throw, which is taken by Çelik, the right back. 0-0.
When you look at Çalhanoğlu and Tufan and Unders and Carmen, they don't really have, you know, crazy pace to threaten Wales in behind. So the back four of Wales can that's one worry they can tear off their mind, Rob.
Well, they're playing higher as well, the back four with Wales. Bit of a wasted ball by Ben Davies, which eventually gets the Yilmaz, and Nepham was almost caught out then, but he managed to thrust the foot forward and keep Wales possession. Morel.
Yeah, it was a poor touch from Yilmaz. He almost got himself in.
Had a golden season, didn't he, with Lille, who picked PSG to the Liga and title. Finished off the season with 7 in 7. He's got 29 goals for Turkey.
He's 35, Rob, I think.
He is, he's 35, yeah. Hope for you yet, Nathan Blake.
Yeah, I don't know about that. That's long since past me. It's entertaining, Rob. Both teams really entertaining football. Neither team sitting back. I think they both realise they can't afford to do that today. Take the game by the scruff of the neck and try and win it. Nothing else will do.
Earlier on today, Russia beat Finland 1-0 in Group B. Moore headed down on halfway, clipped forward by Ramsey. James is in behind the Turkey defence. Puts on a sprint into the penalty area, lays the ball back, can't find Moore. That was a good interception by Ayhan. Just did enough for his goalkeeper to collect. Here come Turkey with Under.
Good run by Dan James again. Çelik was scared to go too tight. Left him open. Ball bouncing in the air. Dan James takes a headed touch. I'm expecting him to try and cut across Çelik.
Goalless midway through the first half. Good ball out to Çelik, who's high in the Wales territory. Crosses into the middle, looking for Yilmaz, and also Karaman, who was in there. But it went above both of them. Karaman was the closest.
That's a great ball in there, wasn't it?
It was a great ball, yeah.
Yeah, it's just what you want if you're a striker.
Ramsey loses it. Çalhanoğlu loses it too. Moore steps back to help out his defence, just inside his own half, goes to ground. To think that 5 years ago in Euro 2016, Kiefer Moore is playing for Forest Green Rovers in the National League. By all accounts, a flatmate of Big John Parkin. So I think if John wanted the big bed, that was his.
It's done superb, Rob. Just goes to show if you've got that grit, that determination, and that self-belief, anything's achievable.
Rodham finds him, chest down for Morel. Moving forward from midfield, Roberts, far more adventurous this evening than he was on Saturday. Moves forward, back into Bale, centre field. Moore's just drifted offside. Ramsey makes the run. Ramsey's in behind the defence. Ramsey has skied the shot from 12 yards. And the flag has gone up anyway.
Yeah, just need to be careful, Turkey doing that. Çelik, Soyuncu and Ayhan all step forward. Merash wasn't aware of it. And very almost let Ramsey in.
Well, they're finding ways through, Nathan Blake.
Yeah.
That'll be the encouragement for Rob Page.
Absolutely. And this game goes on. As it goes on, they're moving the ball quickly. Keep doing that. Turkey trying to press, which goes against their natural game for me. So like I said, I think this game may come down to fitness levels, Rob.
And we've talked earlier about the benches tonight, and Wales have the likes of David Brooks, Harry Wilson. Bring a bit of pace and energy. Nico Williams of Liverpool, of course, who's had a wow of a start to his international career. Bale, far more prominent in this game. Can't keep possession though in midfield. 24 minutes gone, 5 live and BBC Radio Wales. It's goalless in Group A. As Turkey tried to recover from defeat by Italy on Friday. They went into this tournament on the back of a 6-game unbeaten run and actually flew through the qualifiers. Roden in strongly on Yokoshlu. Free kick given by the Tottenham defender. Familiar to West Bromwich Albion fans. Ball slid through and it was overhit, so it's gone up for a goal kick. It was Ozan Tufan of Fenerbahce who tried to catch the Wales defence unawares, but it skipped away off the turf, which was watered about 10 minutes before kick-off, Nathan Blake.
Yeah, thankfully. I think players were complaining that it was all a bit quick.
And it's a goal kick which Ward will take. And he sees Roberts in space down that right-hand side, just inside his own half. The Swansea City wing-back. Inside to Allen. Allen clips it out to the left-hand side. Ball forward by Davis to Ramsey. To the survivors from 2016. Ramsey has to turn around. Chengelonde wins the throw-in. Midway inside the Turkey half. Wales in yellow shorts, green shorts, yellow socks. Turkey all in red. They're officially the home side today.
No,
and
honestly?
they're feeling at home in Baku as well, yeah. Well, Wales are officially the home side on Saturday. Allen skips past 2 challenges. Morel sprays the ball out to the right-hand side to Roberts, 15 yards inside the Turkey half. Bale, the captain, has dropped deep. His 94th appearance for his country today. Ball is slid down the inside left position, but it's too strong for Ramsey, and it's goalless. And momentarily, there's just a little lull, Nathan Blake, after 27 goalless minutes.
Yeah, and Turkey playing with that diamond in midfield, Rob. Yokoshlu holding, and Tufan ahead of him. Undez switching. Çalhanoğlu switching in and out. We are trying to rotate it, but not having much success over the last 10-15 minutes.
By Davis to Moore, trying to find James, intercepted, but Ramsey picks up possession in midfield. Lazily out to Mepham, injects a bit of pace up to halfway. Bale now, Roberts on his outside, he's moving out towards the right, then he decides to switch in play with a cross-field ball, looking for the run of Daniel James of Manchester United, who didn't look happy to go off on Saturday, did he, Dan James?
I thought he was just airing his armpits, Rob. I thought he was just he was a penguin expression. He wasn't happy. Not happy at all.
Who does that remind me of as a player, Nathan Blake, when he was taken off? I wonder.
You're never happy being taken off, Rob, as simple as that.
Shouldn't be.
No.
Allen, thrust off it in the air. Under is put forward by Tufan. Has chance to cross on the right-hand side. He's about 10 yards from the byline. Picks the goal one way. Davis stood his ground though. And the ball was ricocheted out to James, who went skidding on the turf. Who sprayed the turf in the end? That's their fault. Turkey switch play to Merash, who's up from the back on the left-hand side. Get a ball in towards Yilmaz. Roden, who's guarding Karaman.
Good defending. Got across. It's a great run. Little diagonal run from Karaman. And behind Roden, and he recovered well. Rob. Made the block.
Turkey corner. The noise, the volume goes up here in Baku at the Olympic Stadium. And it is slouched across to that left-hand side to take this corner. Looks like a left-footed corner. Soyuncu is up from the back. Header towards the goal. It was headed away. I think it was Soyuncu who actually got there in the... sorry, no, it wasn't Soyuncu. It was Ayahan who got there. And it was headed on. I think it was going wide, but Morel was taking no chances.
Yeah, so we've got a man on the post. Yeah, it is going wide, Rob. You are right. I think it's Ayahan with the header. Can't afford to let that happen too many times for Wales.
Charlo with the corner. Another header goes goalwards. That time it was Soyuncu. And again, it's cleared away by the Wales defence. They looked suspect at corners on Saturday, and they looked a little vulnerable here. Charlo puts the ball into the middle, cleared away, picked up by Ramsey. Ramsey tries to escape his marker, sends James down the left-hand side. He's got an awful lot to do by himself. Oh, he's just taken out off the ball, just taken out by Umut Merash across from the far side. And I think Gareth Bale, among others, is suggesting that should be a free kick.
He's probably asking for a card as well, Rob.
And they've actually just given a throw-in to Turkey. Wow, insult to injury. Half an hour gone, 0-0. Radio 5 and BBC Radio Wales.
Yeah, but Turkey have woken up this last 5 minutes, Rob. It seemed to switch now, the momentum.
Wales have to defend here. Under's made a run down the middle. Picks it up, driven wide by Ben Davies out of the Wales penalty area, out onto that right-hand side. Gets support on that far side. Little touch by Yilmaz into Karaman. Back inside, but Joe Allen is there to snuff out the danger. Looks at Kiefer Moore. Moore wins the header. Picks out Gareth Bale with it. He suffered an injury as well, though, did Kiefer Moore. Now he gets to his feet just inside his own half as Ramsey tries to win a bit of time on the ball, and does so ever so clever by Aaron Ramsey. Then just got his body in the way of Ozan Tufan and waited for the touch to win the free kick.
That 6 or 7 minutes pressure, Rob, has come from when Dan James has slipped. You know, 6 or 7 minutes ago, was in a great position to counter-attack, slips, and then the opposition, Turkey, just take full advantage. A few corners, a few free kicks, a few shots on goal. And it's just so easy how the momentum could swing from one team to another from something so innocuous.
Rodham free kick, flighted forward, obvious target Moore. Won the ball. I think he may have given away a free kick, but the referee says Turkey are in possession, so they can continue. Under has just run the ball out, though, for a throw in front of his own manager, Şenol Güneş, a real hero of Turkish football, led Turkey to third place in the World Cup in 2002. And they lost to the host South Korea in the third and fourth place playoff.
Former Besiktas, isn't he, Rob?
He is.
2 back-to-back titles.
And they've actually named the stadium after him, haven't they?
That's not bad.
This is Joe Allen. As it's a free kick to Wales, just outside their own penalty area.
It's really got a highlight.
The momentum is really swinging from one to the other now.
Yeah, just highlight the importance of winning second balls, Rob. You know, Wales for the first 5 minutes, you would say it was probably evenly matched, and then Wales seemed to take over, winning a lot of second balls, gained the momentum. And this last 10 minutes just seemed to be turning a bit more in Turkey's favour.
Which is probably why Danny Ward's taken an age over this free kick.
Yeah, just take the sting out of them for a moment.
12 minutes to half-time, 0-0 in Baku, Group A. Moore sandwiched by 2 players, got the header inside, fell for Soyuncu. He didn't make much of it, found his manager rather than a teammate, and Şenol Güneş, well, he used to be a goalkeeper, and it showed then because he just put his foot over the ball. Now, you imagine Rob Page would have trapped that, wouldn't he, Nathan, or headed it, maybe? Went straight past Şenol Güneş.
He just put it out of the stadium, Page, you would have.
Bale beaten in the air by Merash.
Yeah, that's good play.
Cianlo is getting more and more of the ball. The AC Milan playmaker, born in Germany. Cross coming in from the Turkey near side, but that's cut out by Joe Allen. But they just got to find a yellow shirt. The pressure is coming back on them as Celik is forward again. Waits for possession. They go back though to Sayunçay, wearing a band on his left wrist. The red shirts all inside the Wales half at the moment. Wales standing firm as Turkey had their best spell of this opening half. Sayunçay wide to Meresh into Yilmaz, but Mepham saw that, headed it away. Picked up by Tufan. Tufan wide to Celik, right hand side. Celik has to go back to Tufan again. They're being undone here, Wales. They're breaking into the penalty area, but it was Karaman's ball. It was cut out. And some respite as Keeper Moore gives chase, but it's going back to the goalkeeper Chakir. And Wales really have to stay on their mettle here, Nathan Blake. They're under the cosh.
You know, like I said, Rob, is the first 20 minutes or so it was all about Wales. Now they have to dig in and show what the Turks showed. And that's a steadfast defence, good shape. Don't give away many chances.
Well, they had a brilliant defensive record, did Turkey in the qualifiers. Only conceded 3 goals in qualifying, the joint best defence in the qualifiers. There's a little nudge on Bale. Forced the header to go not where he wanted it. And Tufan starts the move forward. Karaman was on the ball again.
Yeah, Çalhanoğlu and Tufan becoming more and more engaged in this game.
Celik wide on the right-hand side, drives in the cross, headed out by
Wales
Morel.
can't get out at the moment.
No, they can't. They're pinned back towards on the edge of their own penalty area. Must stand firm here. Crucial moments for Wales. Try to intercept, and they do. Wales break forward now. Gareth Bale's going a long way. And he loses it right at the end as he broke into the penalty area. Sayunçay got back, and the cheers then said everything, because in his pomp you wouldn't have caught Bale for dust.
No, absolutely not, but he had a 3v2, Rob. He's chosen to go past Sayunçay. He could have slowed him up and waited for the 2 boys either side of him.
Turkey tried to move it forward again, but Wales have and then Connor Roberts gives the ball away. They'd won the ball back in their own half. Allen puts a foot in on Under. Turkey have possession, looking for Celik, 5 yards outside the Wales penalty area, lobs the ball into the middle, and that's a header well over the top by the captain Yilmaz. No danger to Danny Ward then. 0-0, 37 minutes gone on BBC Radio Wales and 5 Live, and it really is cut and thrust now, Nathan Blake.
Yeah, it's like the Battle of Baku. Really is, Rob. Both teams going at it, trading blows. 20 minutes for minutes for Wales now. Last 10-15 minutes, it's been all about Turkey.
And that says everything. Joe Rodon, simple textbook ball out towards Ben Davies from the restart, but he's
a bit of tiredness creeps in, Rob, you see. The mind goes. Turkey keeping you under pressure.
7 minutes to go to half-time, and at the moment, Wales, despite their really bright start, will be the keenest to hit the half-time dressing room. It's with Ayhan just inside his own halves. Little touch on. That's really well played. Ayoshlu, but even better played by Wales, who've managed to snuff out that danger. And it was Rodon who put his body on the line as Yokoshlu threatened to weave through the Wales defence. Yeah, Davis stabs in a foot to clear the ball from his own penalty. A lovely play by Ramsey. Knocks it over the top of 2 players. Now he's forward into the centre circle. Now he's into the Turkey half. Still allowed to go. Roberts forward on the right-hand side. Bale waits in the middle. Roberts crosses. too high for everyone. What a waste that is.
Yeah, he's got to do better there, Connor. Made a great run, and he hasn't made too many ventures forward this evening, and I understand that because Gareth Bale is in front of him and not giving him the greatest of help, but on that occasion he had a lot of time, a lot of space, Rob. He just seemed to just put the cross in rather than get his head up and try and pick somebody out.
Yeah, I think the clash was Yokoslu and Kiefer Moore. Roden is injured as well. Turkey put the ball out for a throw-in, and both sides in the soaring temperatures with 6 minutes to go to half-time are taking fuel on board, and as much water going in the mouth as going over the hair, Nathan Blake, and down the back of the neck.
Yeah, it's and I don't think you're going to cool off. It's as simple as that, Rob. And get the electrolytes in there. Keep those energy levels up. It's a sort of night where you lose so many salts, end up cramping on 70, 80 minutes.
So it's a restart on halfway. Ball dropped for Ben Davis of Tottenham. His 62nd cap tonight. Ball is played forward by Mepham, looking for more header, looking for Ramsey, but went too far for under. Ramsey, Joe Allen though collects a loose ball from Yokoslu, finds Ramsey in space. Ramsey has James on his left-hand side. Now he finds James, level with the penalty area. Moore waits menacingly in the middle. The yellow shirts move forward. Morel has a little darting run. Space for Ramsey to cross on the left with his right foot. Instead, he clips it into the inside left position. And Allen can't collect the ball, which is deftly played through by Aaron Ramsey.
Yeah, just what I expected, Rob. This last 5 minutes, the tables have turned again. It's Wales now in the ascendancy. And Turkey struggling to get out.
Shakir with the goal kick. This time I don't think he's going to think about it short. It's going high upfield as Turkey play from left to right in their maroon kit. Mepham looks to meet it. Doesn't. But Ramsey collects in midfield to Moore. Moore chests it down. Tries to avoid one defender, and then it does. Finds Ramsey, who thrusts the ball out to the left-hand side. But James got the pace to get there. Well, he did, and he forced Celik to knock the ball out for a throw-in, which is 20 yards from the corner flag, left-hand side. It's goalless.
Yeah, really good play again by Dan James. There's no invitation. He's looking to get behind Celik every time, and that time had no right, really, to win a throw-on, but in fact, he was willing to get after that ball, force Celik into that.
He is always the outball, isn't he, Dan James?
He absolutely is.
Morel now clips it out to the far side to Connor Roberts, the Swansea City defender. Back to Bale, the captain. Bale looks for the runner, Ramsey finds him. Chance for Aaron Ramsey, and he scored! Rambo has delivered for Wales, just as he did to take them over the line to get them here. Ramsey is back. A precise ball from Bale, and Ramsey showed utter control to chest down and beat the keeper on the stroke of half-time. It's Turkey 0, Wales 1.
Yes, fantastic ball by Gareth Bale. It's really clever, Rob, because he just drops off Connor Roberts instead of going forward and making himself, another attacker. He drops into a defensive position, and then a beautiful left-footed pass and a fantastic run by Aaron Ramsey after save in behind the Turkish defence. And he's in acres of space. He's got all the time in the world. A lovely chest, beautiful control. Shakir comes out to him, and he just pushes it past him. Fantastic finish, fantastic goal.
His 17th goal for his country, his 15th and 16th, saw off Hungary way back in November 2019 to book Wales's place in these European Championships. But here comes Turkey, Under edge of the box, and flights the shot over. It took a deflection. They always say teams are vulnerable when they just scored. That almost happened to Wales then, but they had enough men back. What a game now, Nathan Blake. What a game now. Corner comes in, Ward collects and plunges to the ground as if to say, that's mine, you're not getting it for a good while yet.
Well, it's what we spoke about, Rob. You know, those runs from Aaron Ramsey. We haven't seen many of them so far, but timed that one absolutely perfectly. It was almost like it was a move from the training ground. Both players on the same page. Lovely ball, you have to say, by Bale. Just dropped into the right back position. Took up Connor Roberts' position and got him to his left foot, and lovely diag.
Just so cool, wasn't he then, Ramsey?
Yeah, we've
So
seen him
cool.
in that position so many times, and great to see him run to his old mate Gunter, who's on the bench. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, they're inseparable, those two, Chris Gunter and Aaron Ramsey. Chris Gunter, of course, the record Wales cap holder with 101 appearances and counting. He's ready to play his part, maybe needed later, but his old mate Ramsey has delivered here. Here come Turkey. Ramsey has cut out the cross from the right-hand side on the edge of his own penalty area. Roberts goes forward. Moore makes a run beyond Soyuncu, but it's too strong for the Cardiff City striker. And it's 1-0 Wales, seconds to go to half-time, in fact 1 minute of added time. A big minute in this game as Yilmaz makes a run forward. Roden goes all the way with him. Roden stumbles, wins the free kick in his own penalty area.
Yeah, it's actually clever play. It really is. For a defender. Yilmaz, he's a bit annoyed, throwing up his arms, but Roden just got his body across and just forced Yilmaz to just put a bit of pressure on him. Little shove in the back, and takes the first opportunity to go down. Relieves the pressure, and hopefully Wales can see this through to half-time, Rob.
I'll make it 20 seconds. Whether the referee agrees, Artur Suarez-Diaz, who knows, but Moore has wasted a bit more time heading towards precise clearance onto his head and towards the Turkey goalkeeper. Turkey tried to start again, looking for a comeback. They're trailing again. In fact, they trailed earlier in this game than they did against Italy. And that is the half-time whistle. And Aaron Ramsey, known as Rambo, has got the red wall rocking behind Danny Ward's goal. They stood, you can hear the noise now. Never mind 34,000 Turkish fans. There's a few hundred Wales supporters who are giving it everything. Still a long way to go, Nathan Blake.
Yeah.
But what a half.
Yeah, fantastic game of football, Rob. Two teams going at it, two very good teams, similarly matched, but I have to say, after 20 minutes of pressure from Wales, the momentum swung for Turkey for a good 15-20 minutes, and then in the last 5 minutes of the half, Wales come back into the game. A lovely ball from Gareth Bale, through for a lovely run from Rambo. Great chest control and a fantastic finish, and it silenced the crowd, Rob. It's a fantastic half for Wales.
So, Wales's stellar stars have shone brightly here in Baku. Bale with the assist, Ramsey with the goal, half-time at the Olympic Stadium. It's Turkey 0, Wales 1.
Nathan Blake, that was a Herculean half from Wales.
It was bad. That's what we call it. That was a fantastic performance. I have to say, Steve, you know, like I said, first 5 minutes, both teams were in it. It's like two, you know, like a George Foreman and Ali, you know, rumble in the jungle. They were both going at it, and then you thought, oh, Wales winning second balls, getting on top. And then 20 minutes, they had one or two opportunities. They should have scored, could have scored. But no, then Turkey came back into it, put a lot of pressure on Wales. Their press was working, winning second balls themselves, a few corners, and Wales couldn't get out their home half. And then, you know, Gareth Bale just drops into a lovely position, picks up that De Bruyne position in that right back spot, gets the ball onto his left foot, sees Ramsey. Those two have played together so many times. Sees Ramsey, a beautiful diagonal run, you know, not seen at all by the Turkish defence, and great ball onto the chest, and a lovely little finish past the keeper. And, you know, let's hope we can carry on in the second half, Steve. Let's hope it can carry on.
I've spent all week, Nathan, being entertained by you comparing players to characters in Hollywood films. So, of course, the hero of the first half is Rambo.
Absolutely, Rambo. First blood to us, Steve.
First blood. 45 minutes to go. We're going to let Nathan and Rob go because we've got to play around with their line a little bit and just make sure it's absolutely rock solid. But we've got James Collins with us in the studio, and you have gone through the full range of emotions.
I have. I'm sure the same as every Welsh fan. What an incredible performance so far. As Nathan touched on, Wales started well, as I said before, get on the front foot, show real intent. And credit to them, they really took it to the Turkish side, dug in well as well, because Turkey got a foothold in the end and had a good 15 minutes. But the two main men again, Gareth Bale providing the assist to Aaron Ramsey, who actually probably should have had a similar sort of chance just before that, or 10 minutes before, where he's made the deep run into the box and Gareth's played him in and missed the chance. But second time lucky, and he's done it for Wales.
You know what? We didn't see too much of Aaron Ramsey against Switzerland, but that's vintage Ramsey, isn't it? Those two runs, perfectly timed.
It's been chalk and cheese from Saturday's performance. The whole team, to be honest, not just Rambo. A real intent, they're higher up the pitch, squeezing the pitch. But yeah, that's Aaron Ramsey. What he does. The only question mark I'll have: how fit is Aaron Ramsey? He's been flat out. All first half, defending, attacking. He's been everywhere, he really has. So it'd be interesting to see how fit he is, because we really need him on that pitch.
I was all ready to come off at half-time and be like, right, Aaron Ramsey, 2 massive chances that have gone by. Kiefer Moore, a massive chance. Gareth Bale, a massive chance. And the idea that you could have all those opportunities and not force one home, and what would that tell us? You cannot put a price on that goal now.
You can't, especially the timing as well. Being an ex-footballer, to know when you should probably be in the lead in the game, and then get one just before half-time in such a big game. That dressing room is going to be on top of the world. Obviously, with a big 45 minutes to come, a big job to do. But it goes back to that Welsh spirit again. Us against the world, where they'll dig in, they'll be dogged, but again, not sitting back on their laurels and got to go and try and get another goal.
As a centre-back as well, I'm sure you'd be quite keen for Wales to sort out themselves at set pieces, because every time Turkey get a corner, your heart's in your mouth. Yeah,
you must say for Turkey, the delivery's been fantastic. It was a worry Saturday. Wales, defending set plays, and not as bad today, but there's certainly Turkey have created a few chances where they maybe could have done better. But like I say, it's just all in all been, miles better from Wales in possession. The work rate, the way they're running around, it's been a real incredible performance.
Deep breaths. We'll have another word before the second half, mate.
Thank you.
James Collins, who's with us. Wales lead Turkey by 1-0. If they win, they can effectively go to Rome to play Italy with a free hit and know they will almost certainly be going through to the last 16. A huge 45 minutes on the way, live on 5 Live Sport from Baku. Before then, we'll be in the England camp again. We're going to hear from Jack Grealish very shortly, but we'll get the news now with Lisa McCormick.
Listen on BBC Sounds. This is BBC Radio 5 Live. Downing Street says the Prime Minister has full confidence in the Health Secretary Matt Hancock. It's after Boris Johnson's former advisor Dominic Cummings published messages in which he allegedly referred to Matt Hancock as useless. Peter Cardwell's a former government special advisor.
But Dominic Cummings is clearly on a mission to destroy Matt Hancock. I don't think he will with this blog post. There are certainly embarrassing revelations, but it's interesting.
And if there's somebody calling me on,
Go on, Jack!
she's the one.
Well, I'm glad we haven't retired the live lounge just yet. Emma, thank you very much. We'll speak to you soon.
Cheers, Steve.
Cheers. That's Emma Saunders, our England reporter. And, of course, we will hear the actual interview with Jack Grealish after 7 o'clock as well. But the players are in the tunnel. James Collins, just briefly, how do you want Wales to approach this second half?
Same as the first half. The last thing Wales will want to do is sit back and try and protect what they got too early. Go and attack. Obviously, Turkey have got to come out and try and score a goal. So you play with their heads. They know they have to do some defending, but with that, they might get a chance on the break to get another. So big half for Wales.
All yours, Robert.
Welcome back to the Olympic Stadium in Baku, where Aaron Ramsey is the toast of the red wall. He's moved up to 7th in Wales's all-time goal-scoring list with his 17th for his country. And he's moved above some illustrious names, Mark Hughes and Rob Earnshaw, on 16 goals for Wales. The Turkey team are already waiting for the start of the second half. The officials are just following out, and here come Wales, led by Joe Roden, with Gareth Bale in close attendance, and of course Aaron Ramsey, whose 17th goal for his country has given Wales a good advantage at half-time. Now, Turkey are about to make 2 substitutions. They're taking off Tufan, and he's been replaced by Yusuf Yazushu, and Yokoshlu has been replaced by Meri Demiral, the Juventus player who conceded the own goal against Italy on Friday. So 2 changes in the Turkish side. We'll just see how they line up as a result of that. No changes for Wales, who have Ward in goal, Roberts, Mepham, Roden and Davis, Morel and Allen, Ramsey the goal scorer, Bale the provider on one flank, James on the other, and Moore up front. And we'll just see how Turkey line up. So Wales are 45 minutes away from probably having to look beyond Rome on Sunday and progress in Euro 2020. Turkey kick off then, playing in all red from right to left. And what about those changes in the Turkey team, Nathan Blake?
Yeah, somewhat surprised, I have to say, Rob, because I thought they'd done really well, but Yazıcı and Demiral both coming on, well, not wasting any time. They've done the same thing against Italy, switch players at half-time, so they clearly realised they need to get 3 points in this game.
Here's Bale on halfway. Morel slaloms through a couple of players, gets pulled down by Çalhanoğlu, who was a big threat for Turkey. Make no mistake, they're still a threat to Wales here. It's only 1-0, and a draw would far suit them than Wales. Turkey move forward inside the Wales half. Wales have got everybody back at the moment, even Kiefer Moore. Ball is into the box, chance for Yazuli. And it just got taken off. Yilmaz, just got taken off his foot as he was about to slam it. Çalhanoğlu plays the ball into the middle, and it was beyond the far post. I think Ben Davies did just enough to put off Under.
Yeah, Under's coming that fast stick. Lovely run in behind. Ben Davies just does enough, as you said, Rob. But Yilmaz, great opportunity, just rushed it. Very panicky, just lost his composure for a moment.
Ball cleared. Bale wins the header. Moore picks it up. Wales leading 1-0 in Baku. The win would put them on 4 points, with Italy and Switzerland to follow at 8 o'clock on BBC Radio 5 Live. As well, moving towards the penalty area. Ramsey tried to pick up the run of Bale. That time it's with James on the left-hand side. James onto his right foot, crosses into the middle, looking for more. And the goalkeeper, Shakir, managed to parry it away. I didn't think there was much danger in that, Nathan. It looked as if it had gone too far.
It was a great ball. I think if Kiefer Moore gambles, probably slides. He challenges the keeper. But Shakir, I think Seonchu's telling him he's got plenty of time, but took no chances, Rob.
Signs of nerves, maybe. The Turkey president Erdogan is here, alongside the Azerbaijan president.
He took my cascade
Aliyev.
today. Took my cascade, Rob. Not happy.
James corner from the right-hand side. Floats it into the middle. Headed down, cleared away from the Turkey 6-yard box. Headed back towards the penalty area, not too strong though. And it's picked up by Çalhanoğlu. Plays it forward, but good defending that time.
Well, for Turkey now, you have to come out, Rob. You've got no choice. We've already seen 2 runs from Ramsey, 1 result in a goal.
Çalhanoğlu drives forward at the heart of the Wales defence. Brilliant play by Ramsey, who comes back to block it, and the ball ricochets delightfully for him to take close control. The Wales goal scorer chips it forward, looking for James. James was second best of the header, but he got there. And I think that bounced off Aaron Ramsey for a Turkey throw 10 yards inside the Wales half. 1-0 Wales lead. Turkey without any points so far after defeat by Italy last Friday. And a loss here would surely get them contemplating leaving this tournament after the group stage.
Yeah, talking to friends in Turkey, they never expected a win, really. They didn't expect a 3-0 thrashing.
Çalhanoğlu on the ball again, shoots low from all of 30 yards, but right-footed low drive, but Ward was right behind that.
Yeah, like I said, Rob, they were targeting this game, especially hoping or expecting to get 3 points. To have be 2 games in with no points would be disastrous for them. A long way to go yet, though.
And I still say this group is harder for Wales to get out of than their group in 2016, even though England were in the group. Slovakia and Russia were the others. Conor Roberts slowing it down, throwing on just inside his own half in front of Şenol Güneş. Throws it into the path of James. Even the sprightly James can't get that, though. Taken off him by Cengiz Ünder. This is Soyuncu near the left corner of his own penalty area. Up to Çalhanoğlu, who needs to take a grip. Morel sticking closely to him. Karaman has dropped deep, pursued by Conor Roberts. Yilmaz is still waiting up front. This is Demiral, Ramsey's teammate at Juventus. And Yazushu tries to burst into the midfield, turns away from 2 Wales players, pursued by Ramsey. Finds Seonchu. Seonchu injects a bit of pace over halfway. Outside on the left-hand side is Mirash. James again has given the ball away. Too intricate that time. Turkey have it. Little touch forward for Yilmaz, but Mepham slid in decisively then. Now Kiefer Moore is over halfway. Wants somebody breaking on the left-hand side. Ramsey buys the free kick off the other number 10, Çalhanoğlu. Taken quickly. Roberts, right-hand side. Much better tempo to this game as Wales lead 1-0. Ramsey, little touch for Allen in the centre circle. Allen drives forward. Gets support from Davis. Allen makes the run. Davis can't find him. Tried to pierce the Turkey defence down that left-hand side. Here's Bale cutting in. That is a lovely ball through to Ramsey. Into the penalty area. Look for more. And the ball is put behind for a corner.
Yeah, just looking at that run from Joe Allen. Really important, Rob, just before that. Really keeps the defence guessing. You're expecting the run from Ramsey. All of a sudden the sitting midfielder's going past you. Gives you something else to think about. and also allows Ramsey, when he does go, a bit more of an element of surprise.
He's had real freedom tonight, Aaron Ramsey, hasn't he?
He has.
As James takes this corner from the left-hand side, swings it in. Çakır punches it away, none too convincingly. Headed away, but Morale stabs in a foot. Now the break could be on with Yilmaz. Breaks over halfway for that solid defending by Joe Rodon, who leaves it to his former Swansea teammate Conor Roberts, and Wales turn defence into attack again. Ramsey level with the penalty area, slides it across the face of the box, shot over the top from Gareth Bale. He just held your breath, didn't he, as the ball bounced up for him, maybe a little too high from 25 yards for the Real Madrid player.
Yeah, well, it's a lovely ball inside from Ramsey, and he's got Dan James out to his left, I think, and decided to take the volley on. He's more than capable of it. A poor execution in the end by Gareth, but fair play to him. He held his hand up, gave his teammate a little sorry.
This is Karaman wide to Mirash, the left back, into the penalty area, and it took Ben Davies to run across and head that ball up for a corner. It's end-to-end stuff now, Nathan Blake.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's exactly what we expected, Rob. So people getting forward. I think it was Çalhanoğlu in that occasion, little touch on. Wales have got to defend these corners better, though.
Cengiz with the corner, it's a deep one, it's headed back towards the 6-yard box. It's not cleared, and it's hammered over the top by Burak Yilmaz, all by himself, just inside the 6-yard box, and he just volleyed it and skied it. Well, what an opportunity.
Yeah, it's a great header back across as well, isn't it? I think it's Demiral. A great header, and he's actually jumped in the air. He's actually could have waited for that to come down. Gets underneath the ball.
Oh, Wales have made a hash of that. Allen will try and keep the ball in on the far side. He does, but it was poor play to escape their defensive positions. So it's a Turkey throw. They're looking to turn it up, cross into the middle again. This time Mepham heads it away. Soyuncu, just a cushion header for the substitute Demiral. Free kick, Turkey on their right-hand side.
There's two good chances for Yilmaz, isn't it?
Well, he's got 29 goals for his country. He's the second highest goal scorer, way behind Hakan Sukur on 51.
Well, that's a 6-yard box there, Rob, on the volley. He's jumped, tried to volley it while it's too high, instead of waiting for it to come down. Really good opportunity.
Çalhanoğlu with this free kick from the right-hand side, one in the Wales wall. It's an inviting one. Rodon gets there, takes responsibility, heads it up for a corner. Testing times for Wales on 5 Live and BBC Radio Wales, but they still lead by that Aaron Ramsey goal just before the break here in Baku. Referee has spotted a bit of argy-bargy. Artur Soares Dias is the referee from Portugal. Has reffed Turkey in the Nations League last September in a goal, the game they lost 1-0 to Hungary.
Yeah, you can hear this Turkish crowd really trying to get behind their team now, though, Rob.
Under with the corner, and they were warned, and he was right on the ball.
Yeah,
and he's given a free kick.
Ayhan,
I'm just looking at a tweet from Rob McElhenney, one of the joint owners of Wrexham Football Club. It says, "This time last year, I hardly watched football and knew very little about Wales. Today, I'll be glued to my TV and scream Wales forever. The power of sport is tremendous. The power of Wales is poetic." Of course, he jointly owns it with one Ryan Reynolds of Deadpool fame. So never mind watching TV, Rob. Should be listening to us on 5 Live and on BBC Radio Wales. Danny Ward being warned not to take too much time. We're only 12 minutes into the second half. Strong words from the referee. Every keeper does it, Nathan Blake.
It's still a bit early for that, Rob. You know, like you say, 12 minutes in. Just play the game, get some momentum into the game yourselves, create some pressure.
Ward is accurate with the clearance though. Bale to James, edge of the box, onto his right foot, thinks about shooting, still goes, plays it short to Moore, maybe missed the chance then, did Daniel James, but Roberts breaks through a challenge, edge of the box, slides it in from the right hand side, shot goes in, saved by the goalkeeper. It was Ramsey again, a low drive, and Shakir got everything behind it, and Yilmaz has robbed possession in centre field, breaks towards the Wales penalty area, took it early, went wide actually out to the right hand side and knocked it well wide, much to the relief of Joe Rodon in particular.
Yeah, Connor Roberts does brilliant down that right hand side. Ramsey again inside that box, gets his shot away. It's a good save by Shakir, and then the counter attack was on, but like you said, Yilmaz gave himself too much to do, to be honest with you, Rob. Going down that right hand side, he should have tried to cut across towards goal. Decided to stay out there and take the shot on. It's going to be some goal to score from there, though.
Ramsey, little touch to Allen. Bale is pulled wide on the left-hand side. He's ready to take on Celik. He sees the run of Ramsey in the penalty area inside left position. Ramsey tries to cut inside his Juventus teammate Demiral. Low cross coming in. Chance here, and it's pushed away by Soyuncu as Daniel James went flying towards that near post.
Yeah, and I think he's just missed it, Rob, to be honest with you. He's not got enough on the header. It's a lovely run, gets across Soyuncu, just tries to glance it, probably would have got it inside that near post from that position.
Gareth Bale with a long throw to the feet of Kiefer Moore this time, killed it round the corner, just couldn't find Ramsey. The Wales will look to keep the pressure on as Bale breaks through the challenge of Under, drives towards the Turkey penalty area, pulled down edge of the box. It's a Wales penalty, won by Gareth Bale. Drove at the Turkey penalty area, and it was Celik who just hung out a foot. Who said Gareth Bale was not part of this Wales setup? Who said that his position was being questioned? He ran at Celik, and I don't think the referee is going to have too much I don't think there's too much doubt about that. Is there, Nathan Blake, or did Gareth Bale leave his leg dangling?
Well, you're allowed to, I think.
There's a VAR penalty check going on.
Yeah, I think Celik knows. He knew straight away. Turned to the referee.
And the penalty has been given. And it's the captain, Gareth Bale. It's Bale for Wales. Set up the first. Can he give Wales a 2-goal lead? Gareth Bale against Ujakan Shakir, who's being lectured by the referee to stay on his line. 20 months without a goal is Gareth Bale. 12 games. Will it be lucky 13 from the penalty spot in Baku? Calm as anything. Bale steps up. Slight hesitation. Oh, he's put it over the top. Gareth Bale has put it over the top of the crossbar, and Turkey survive when they could have been, well, put out of it by then, Nathan Blake.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that little stutter step. He knows what he's doing, though. He's been in that position a million times before. He'll know great opportunity. I've never seen him do that little stutter step before. Tries it, and then he goes with the sort of the flat of his instep. There's no curl on the ball at all.
And suddenly these Turkish flags are really flying. They've been given a lifeline which may keep them in Euro 2020. Wales have to dig deep now. They will realise that could have been such a decisive moment on 5 Live and BBC Radio Wales. 17 minutes into the second half. Bale has missed from the spot when you would have put your mortgage on him. Breaks to the edge of the penalty area, and the shot by Mirash is blocked.
It's a great block as well.
Time for bodies on the line now.
Connor Roberts, but
he felt that one.
In the family jewels.
Yeah.
Caught the painful one there. It's a really good block, though, really brave of him. Going back to that penalty, though, Rob. Bale, just his technique, which is so reliable usually. Just opened his foot out. I'm not sure whether he was trying to put a bit of bend on it in that top corner, but just got it all wrong. Ball just kept sailing straight.
He won it, he missed it, Gareth Bale. And it's still on a knife edge here in Baku as the cross goes in from the corner, and it's headed down and into the hands on one bounce from Can Ayhan into the hands of Danny Ward.
Yeah, we've said that a bit too many times though, Rob, from corners. Wales have looked suspect in both games so far from corners.
Now, psychologically, what does that do to Wales, Nathan Blake?
Well, he's still in the same position, Rob, still winning the game. Things happen in the game. Players get sunned off, penalties are missed, penalties are scored. But yes, the second goal would have silenced this crowd.
Wales fans will always tell you they don't do it the easy way. Celik on the overlap at the other end this time, bursts through one challenge, bounces back to the edge of the box. Unde weaves his way in, fires it across, just clips the heels of Yilmaz and goes wide for a goal kick.
Yeah, great skill again by Undes down that right-hand side. Twists in and out. I think it does Ben Davis. Turns him inside out. Gets it onto his left foot. Gets a cross in. Yilmaz sticks out a foot, but just not been his night tonight. Yilmaz, haven't seen that deadly striker.
Still time though. Ward clears, Moore heads it on. This time he's penalised, which was a bit unfortunate because Aaron Ramsey was in a good position then. From the head down. Now you can just in the distance hear the strains of Heinlard van Hadij. The Red Wall know when this team needs help. We can hear it across the way in this bowl of a stadium. Unde runs across the face of the Wales penalty area, back inside to the substitute Yoseru. Cross looking for Merash on the left-hand side, heads the ball into the box. Yilmaz gets there first, lobs it into the penalty area, into the 6-yard box actually, and then James waits for the little nudge by Celik to ease all the pressure by winning a free kick. And it remains 1-0 on BBC Radio Wales and 5 Live.
There's a picture of Robert Page there, speaking with his team. Like we said, Rob, it's on that 60-70 minute mark. Freshen it up, get the legs on again, go again.
Yeah, there are a few Wales subs warming up. Johnny Williams is one of them. Moore sends James scurrying down the left-hand side. Ramsey waits in the middle. James pulls it back onto his right foot. But he tries to go inside Celik. Goes to ground. No foul. Allen gets involved as well. He wants a foul. He's on the deck too. But it's going to be a Wales throw-in. 1-0 they lead, but Gareth Bale has missed the penalty here in Baku. Blazed it over the top. Ramsey goes short for the throw-in. Collects it near the corner flag. He's nudged over as well, but he gets to his feet. Chance here for Wales to cross, and they win the corner. It was Ben Davis who was helping out the other of the Euro 2016 survivors. 8 of these Wales squad players played in Euro 2016, got all the way to the semi-final, and a never-to-be-forgotten adventure. James, well, this is his first tournament. He's taken this corner on the Wales left. 4 yellow shirts stand around the penalty area. Now they move in. Mepham was the target, did get there, but he was fouling anyway. And it remains 1-0. And I can see Rob Page having a chat with his assistant, the Arsenal assistant, Albert Stuyvenberg. Nathan Blake, what are your thoughts?
Well, he's obviously thinking about legs, Rob. I would have thought freshening things up, but it's It's a question of who and what time. You know, at the moment, Wales are holding their own in this second half. It's a bit scrappy. It's going end to end. 2 or 3 minute pressure for Wales and 2 or 3 minutes pressure for Turkey. So very evenly matched, like we see in the first half, Rob.
Yilmaz was bundling over Connor Roberts then in the Wales right back position, so Danny Ward will take the free kick. We've reached the halfway mark in the second half on 5 Live and BBC Radio Wales. Wales lead 1-0, could have been more, but Gareth Bale missed the penalty. Don't forget, coming up at 8 o'clock on 5 Live, it's Italy against Switzerland. Italy, the group leaders in this Section A. Switzerland, who drew 1-1 here with Wales. And on BBC Radio Wales at 7 o'clock, well, you can join Call Rob from 7 03 700 100 110, text 81012, tweet at BBC Radio Wales. We had a lot of chat about Gareth Bale on Saturday. I suspect it'll be the same again tonight, although we shouldn't forget he's provided an exquisite assist for Aaron Ramsey's goal.
Yes, watching that back four of Wales, and Yilmaz just trying to gamble on the back of the defenders. Old Welsh player Dean Saunders, so good at that. He's had a few chances so far this half. Yilmaz.
Under has picked up a bit of space, drives towards the Wales penalty area. Chalaulo slides it into the box. Brilliant covering by Ben Davies. And Bale picks it up, driving down the right-hand side, still going Gareth Bale. Surrounded by 3 Turkish players. One of them was Mirash, who's ended up on the ground with a problem. Bale lost the ball. It's going to be a Turkey free kick. Yeah, now more discussions on the Wales technical area.
Just had nowhere to go. Bale driving down the right-hand side. We know he hasn't got that turn of pace he used to have. He's looking up. There's no one around him. Kiefer Moore in the middle with 3 players around him, though. Nowhere to go, really. And then Morel just takes a little professional foul.
And the first change for Wales is going to be Ethan Ampadu, who's been on loan this season at Sheffield United, on loan from Chelsea, of course. Big tournament for him. Was a substitute on Saturday for the last couple of minutes. Maybe for Joe Morel, do you think, Nathan Blake?
Quite possibly.
Oh, lovely little back heel. Yilmaz, 25 yards out, goes across to Karaman. Karaman, left edge of the penalty area. Wales have got men back here, though. Sayunchai follows up, floats it into the box. Deep cross, header back inside. Yilmaz header, easy forward. Yilmaz got a connection to it, but it just ballooned off his head, really. And Ward had the easiest task, with just a step and a yard off his line to collect. 1-0 Wales lead.
It just wasn't the power on the header back, and Yilmaz was almost on his way down, Rob. Tried to put a lot of power in it, but just
Bale
mistimed
again.
it.
Ramsey makes the run inside right, holds off one marker. Can he find Bale in the box? This is Gareth Bale into the penalty area. Thought he was going to shoot with his left, tried to go inside, stood his ground, and Turkey will look to break now. Yilmaz waits for the ball forward. Çağanlı tries to weave his way forward on this near side of Turkey left. James was dragged inside. Under just flicked the ball out to Çelik, who's anxious to move forward. 1-0 Wales lead. Aaron Ramsey with the goal. 26 minutes gone in the second half in Baku, Azerbaijan, on the Caspian Sea. Big Turkish influence, and they're trying to influence proceedings here in their side's favour. Yilmaz has gone out to this left-hand side. Now he moves in. He's it to Çağanlı. Evades the challenge of Morel. Çelik, via deflection by Dan James, will cross from the right-hand side into the penalty area, and Ward collects. Now I think the changes will be made, Nathan Blake.
Yes, I think both teams are going to make a change, Rob.
It's Mert Mulder who is on for...
Mirash has come on for.
Yeah. and it's Ethan Ampadu on for Joe Allen. It wasn't Morel, it was his sidekick. Well, Ampadu is happy playing in a defensive midfield role. Mert Mulder is with Sassuolo in Italy. Born in Vienna to Turkish parents. Looking to influence matters now for Turkey, who trail by a 1-0. Well, there's a shout going on for a foul on Kiefer Moore by Soyuncu. Then, did you see that, Nathan Blake?
Yeah, it's a big elbow in the face.
Yeah,
I think he might have broken his nose there.
He's all apologetic. Just seeing a replay of it.
Oh no, actually it's totally accidental.
Yeah, his leg went up as he tried to jump.
Yeah, I thought it was his arm when he jumped. I thought it was his right arm when he put it across his face. It was a foul still, but I think it's his legs come up and kicked him in the face. Accidental.
I think there's going to be another Turkish change as well. Halil Deveshoglu, who is familiar to Brentford fans. He's played for 3 clubs this season, actually. FC Twente, Brentford, and finished off on loan at Galatasaray.
Yeah, just looking at that, Soyuncu, it's a bit fortunate, Rob. He hasn't meant to obviously do him in the nose, but he has come across with his right arm. So, yeah, I've mixed it between them today.
So Kenan Karaman, the Fortuna Düsseldorf centre-forward, who's been up front alongside Yilmaz, the captain, is making way. Kiefer Moore is walking off with blood being stemmed from the nose. I'm sure he won't want to come off. It doesn't look to be too much urgency on that Welsh bench, but Turkey look as if they're going for it now, Nathan Blake.
Yeah.
With Unda.
Davuşoglu, come on. Good player. Another attacking player. Got no option really, Rob. No. They have to go for it. They know if they don't get a goal, they're out of the tournament. The tournament is over.
We've got a corner. Çalhanoğlu. 1 goal here for Turkey would alter the complexion of the group massively. We're into the last 15 minutes, plus whatever added time there is here in Baku. Low cross into the middle, headed out. I think Wales are claiming that came off a Turkish head, but Under forgets that. He crosses in from the left-hand side this time. Morel got the head of this, and it's cleared away by Gareth Bale to stop it going up for a corner into the hands of a Turkey sub.
had the original header. But it's all attackers on now.
It is everybody in the final third at the moment. Big header out by Chris Mepham for Wales. Second ball picked up by Bale, but he's lost it, nicked out of his back pocket. Çalhanoğlu to the edge of the box.
So played by Ampadu, very well read.
Read it well, yeah.
Yeah, very well read. Gareth just on a different page there for a moment.
Does Rob Page think about swapping Gareth Bale, or have we just seen with the goal?
At the moment, no. I just think at the moment, you know, right now the team is settled. You know, Turkey made a couple of subs. They're obviously trying to get in the game. They're going to push every man forward they can. If you're Wales, you've got to soak up that pressure. It's the perfect time to counter-attack. You've got Rambo still. You've got players on the pitch who can still make a difference. Ramsey, James on the counter-attack. Bale. If you're going to introduce anyone, I'd like to see Brooks maybe come on. Someone who has that quality. He could really stretch defences, cause all sorts of problems.
Moore is back on the pitch, with the blood now flowing from his nose. And he won't want to leave the heat of this battle, even the heat of Baku. This could be a famous night for Wales in Azerbaijan if they can hold on here. Soyuncu piercing through ball which Ward just lets go past him. Don't forget Italy, Switzerland, 8 o'clock on 5 Live Sport. Alistair Bruce Ball and Leon Osman. Once this game is finished, all Wales fans will be looking to that game. Ward will take the goal kick. The minutes must seem like hours if you're listening at home and if you're in the Red Wall here in Baku. Ramsey, little touch for Moore, centre field in the Turkish half. Moore, good depth,
well played.
Foot to Ampadu. Ampadu to James, left hand side, in on his right foot, shoots! And the goalkeeper, Çakir, is right behind it. Didn't really get the purchase he wanted.
No, Turkey it away. And this is how the game's going to be, Rob. Every opportunity, Turkey going to take, counter-attack Wales, get forward, get men forward, but poor quality in the end.
Çalhanoğlu that time, and you don't normally associate poor quality with him. He's curled it from the left side out to the right side to nobody in particular, and out for a Wales throw in their left-back position, which the experienced Ben Davies, this is the sort of player that Wales need now to show their authority, to show their experience.
Yeah, Çalhanoğlu become really influential in the first half. Haven't really seen it this second half.
And Turkey just give the ball away. Inside the Wales half, Bale to Ramsey, the goal scorer. Connor Roberts is still full of running. No surprise there. Ramsey takes over, edge of the box. Roberts makes a run into the box. Ramsey, cross into the middle. Bale head and it's saved. Tried to atone for the missed penalty with a powerful header from 8 yards, but Çakir got down to it.
Yeah, it was a good ball in, wasn't it? Ramsey, good play again down his right-hand side. Little clip pass to the far stick, and Gareth Bale, good header, just couldn't direct it well enough.
Approaching the last 10 minutes, still 1-0. Here come Turkey though. They've worked the overlap on the left-hand side. Brilliant defensive work as well by Aaron Ramsey, who's been everywhere. As Muldur threatened to pull the trigger, and Wales have a throw.
Well, Davishoglu, a really poor touch, Rob. Comes to him, left-footed, left-hand side of the box. All he has to do is take a clean touch. His touch is so poor, allows Ramsey to get back and make that tackle. Should have had one touch and be hitting the target from that position, but good recovery run from Aaron Ramsey all the same, but a poor touch was what let him in.
Moore wipes away more blood from his nose, but still wins the header from the throw-in and picks up the second ball in midfield. Turns, sees space on that left-hand side. That wasn't a very good ball. Davies will just about keep it in, and he does, and allows Dan James to attack Celik down that left-hand side. Brings in Ampadu, the substitute. Ampadu threatens to go one way, drifts into the midfield. Morel in the centre circle. Ampadu again, clips it over the top for Mepham to chest down for Roberts. Bale's up ahead. Bale's on a run down the right-hand side. Soonchu comes across to make sure he can't get that. Just overhit by Connor Roberts. We're into the last 10 minutes in Baku on 5 Live and BBC Radio Wales. And Wales are hanging on to a 1-0 result at the moment.
They're doing really well, Rob. Both teams, like I said, Turkey have no options but to just go for it. And Wales, you're now the team that can sit in and counter-attack.
Here comes Çalhanoğlu. Can't get past Roden. Intercepted on the edge of the penalty area. James is full of running. He's got Greenfield to run into. James takes on Merihal, who gets there across Demiral, sorry. I think a bit of a hash of the clearance, but it bounced back to the Juventus player. Demiral was equal to James in a foot race. Here come Turkey though, run into Ampadu. Ampadu can't get the ball. They try to play it down the middle. The yellow shirts are ferrying back now. And Mepham sees off the threat of Yilmaz, and it's still 1-0.
Well, it's going to be a long 10 or 12 minutes, Rob. I get the feeling Turkey are going to throw everything but the kitchen sink at Wales. Wales are going to have to be strong, going to have to defend well. Another substitution.
And Unde's night is over. He's been replaced by Irvan Kaveji of Fenerbahce. Hasn't scored for his country. They need a goal now. Wales lead 1-0. So Cengiz Ünder showed fleetingly in the game. And it will be attack after attack, you feel, unless Wales can break the stranglehold and win a counter. The time is Turkey's enemy at the moment. 83 minutes on the clock. Wales lead 1-0. Aaron Ramsey's 17th goal for his nation, making the difference at the moment. Cross coming in from the left-hand side. Wales have to deal with this. They do, with Roden. And then it's acrobatically hooked up in the air, looking for more. Soyuncu and more battle for it. Soyuncu strong, holds off the Cardiff City striker. Ciolo, little touch forward. Turkey come again. Çakir into Defrushu. Let's get it right. Debishlau. And the ball is cleared into the Turkey half. Applied with some gusto. Davis has to head it up for a throw. Wants the throw, he's not going to get it. And Wales make their second substitution. And it's Harry Wilson. And there will be a big ovation in the far corner because the man coming off is the Wales goal scorer, Aaron Ramsey, who's on the far side of the pitch, so has to make the swiftest way off. And he will walk past the red wall in the distance because it's effectively an athletics track around it, even though it's covered in pale green tarpaulin and maybe false grass. But he's going to enjoy that walk around the pitch, Nathan Blake.
Well, he'll be very nervous, Rob. Well, not nervous, he'll be keeping his eyes on the game. Because the team will be pegged back here. Like I said, just need to defend steadfastly, defend well, keep your concentration. Because Turkey, basically three at the back, one man holding and everyone else forward.
But there's prospects on the break.
Absolutely.
Çalhanoğlu, edge of the centre circle, faced up by Kiefer Moore. Demiral, the substitute. Here come Turkey again, inside right position, slide it up, but Wales cleared it away. Just a big boot forward, straight to Demiral. Across to Soyuncu in the centre circle.
Yes, cat and mouse now. Who's going to create the chance? Is it going to be Turkey from good play, or is it going to be Wales on the counter?
First touch for Wilson. Moore goes flying, wins the free kick, 10 yards inside his own half. And Aaron Ramsey has just walked past the red wall, had a standing ovation, as you might expect. Scored the 2 goals which took Wales over the line to beat Hungary way back in November 2019 to earn their place in their second consecutive European Championships. And now he scored the goal which might, just might, see them make progress beyond Group A. 4 minutes to go on 5 Live and BBC Radio Wales. Bale header going nowhere, up for a goal kick, which Kachia, who must have been relieved to see Bale sky that penalty just past the hour mark.
Yeah, maybe now I'll be looking to take Gareth off and put on Brooks. You know, he can work up and down. Very professional in his approach and great going forward.
That's a commanding header that time from Mepham. It's coming back at Wales. Çalhanoğlu. Mepham went out to meet him, left-hand side, bounces off his foot for a corner. He'll take that. Time to organise again, Wales. Into the dying minutes here in Azerbaijan on 5 Live and BBC Radio Wales. Çalhanoğlu with a corner, free header which Ward pushes away. That was the closest that Turkey have come to a goal, Nathan Blake.
Yeah, what a header. But what a save. I have to say, Rob. Brilliant save.
It was Demiral, the substitute, who got there. They dealt with the second corner far better, and James fancies a foot race down the left-hand side. Dan James has sprinted past his marker. It's 4 against 3. James to the penalty area. He's overhit it to Wilson, when maybe he should have just kept running.
Sure. Well, the ball was on, Rob. You know, that's from a counter-attack. Demiral at the other end. Great header. Great save from Ward. Does everything right by the final pass. And he knows it, Dan James.
Yeah, Harry Wilson was ready to write his name in headlines then, but he's only a diminutive character as the Liverpool player.
We've got those players now that can keep up with Dan James at this late stage, Rob. Players like Wilson, fresh legs. It's a great opportunity missed.
Can they hold out at the other end? Would you think about Gunter now, maybe, just to shore up that back line?
No, I wouldn't mess with the back line now, Rob. Maybe another midfielder, like I said, on his right-hand side. Give Bale a break.
It's still 1-0. Wales are holding on. Demiral, midway inside the Wales half. Thought about shooting. Oh, Bale got involved in it. Took a deflection off his foot. Thankfully fell to Ward, who picks up the ball because there was no way that was a back pass from the edge of the box. And meanwhile, the clock has ticked down to nearly the 89th minute. 88:45 on the big stadium screens, and some Turkey fans looking dejected. The whistles are going round. That's partly because Danny Ward took his time. Kiefer Moore chest down the goal kick, struggling with Soyuncu, who plays it back to his goalkeeper. It's got to go long from Turkey now. No, he still goes short out of his own penalty area. Demiral waves people forward, and Wales organise at the back. Ampadu has basically dropped into the back line now. Low cross into the box, and Danny Ward collects it near his near post and actually theatrically dived on it when he could have just scooped it down and picked it up, Nathan Blake.
Yeah, Turkish fans are starting to vacate the premises, Rob. Losing that belief.
I'm into a bit of my Welsh there. Could be down, that's a Welsh expression. Sorry.
Down, yeah.
I mean bend down. For those on 5 Live. Yilmaz is in behind the Wales defence, but Roden just got there. Still not clear though. Edge of the box, shot is deflected, breaks to Yilmaz.
Great defending again.
Really good defending, and Wales have a free kick. Oh, and then Yilmaz is shoved over because he got involved with Connor Roberts. Yilmaz.
Well,
I wonder whether Connor Roberts might suffer for that, even though, and there's all sorts of
this is silly,
squaring
Rob.
up to each other
this
now.
This is silly.
Mepham is getting involved. The referee just stands away.
Yeah, we've just seen something thrown there as well. Who else is down?
Tempers afraid in the heat of Baku. Now this could be really damaging for Wales.
You're 1-0 to the good. Just keep your calm. I know it's easy to say, it's sat up here.
Now, what will referee Artur Suarez Diaz make of all this? He's just pulling the main offenders over. Mepham, Davis, Yilmaz. The assistant is in from the far side.
Let's just hope there's yellow cards. You know, if you players, you need to get away as quickly as possible.
It's a yellow for Mepham, it's a yellow for Davis, it's a yellow for Yilmaz. Wow. Don't do that to us. It's 1-0 Wales. And I think we're into injury time now. Yeah. And should say that neither Davis nor Mepham... Oh, there's another yellow has just gone up then as well. Davis and Mepham join Kiefer Moore on yellow cards.
Yeah, just looking at what caused the problem. There's a little one. Oh, there's a little slap in the face.
Yeah, that's what Connor Roberts reacted to.
Well,
Yilmaz.
it's Ben Davis with the shove, and then Yilmaz, you know, does make a meal of it, and then it just all kicks off. But
Chalolo has also been booked.
Nice exciting end.
Well, And we are into the additional 4 minutes of added time here in Baku, where Wales are on the brink. On the brink. If they can just hold out. Tempers, as we know, getting frayed. But they're at the right end at the moment. Header forward by Morel. That's going to go up for a goal kick. I think Wales are about to make another substitution as well. Got a feeling that.
Is that Levitt, I think?
Yeah, I think it is Dylan Levitt, yeah. No, it's Nico Williams, the Liverpool defender. Ball is cleared up to halfway. Breaks on that left-hand side. Here we go. Moore has stayed forward, but the ball is crossed right to Gareth Bale. Bale now approaches the penalty area. Slides the ball through. Chance here for Wilson. And he's put it over the top. It was blocked.
It's a great tackle, Rob. It's a brilliant ball from Gareth Bale. I'm expecting him to drive inside, instead a slide roll pass into Harry Wilson, and it's an absolutely fantastic challenge.
Well, he's missed the penalty, but he's been involved in most of the good things that Wales have done tonight, Gareth Bale, as Nico Williams waits to come on. And he's had the nod now. And it's Daniel James who's making way for Nico Williams. His pace has been plain for all to see. Wales are minutes away. They lead 1-0 on 5 Live on BBC Radio Wales. Drama here in Baku. We've had it all. We've had tempers flying. We've had a brilliant goal. We've had a Bale missed penalty. And now the ball is held up near the corner flag. Oh no, here go Wales again. And it's Shakir who blocks it from Ramsey. Shot by Moore, and that's deflected. So it's Bale, and that shot by Moore is deflected away for another corner. But it's eaten up a bit more time in injury time, Nathan Blake.
Yeah, it's exactly what you need. It's where you want to finish the game, Rob. In the opposition half, take your time, set pieces, just frustrate.
And they are walking pace towards this corner. Wilson has gone across to take it. Time running out for Turkey. Bale takes it short, runs along the byline. Still going, Gareth Bale. Chance here. It's a second! And that sorts it for Wales. And it's Connor Roberts. And Wales will surely be staying in this tournament beyond Group A. What was Connor Roberts doing there? Well, whatever, he made no mistake from close range. It's a Turkey trot for Wales now. It's Turkey 0, Wales 2.
Well, it's a short corner, expecting Wales to waste time. Turkey just switch off, Rob. Bale just drifts along the byline, past 2 or 3 players, sets it back to Connor Roberts. Connor Roberts only has to stick a foot on it, past the 2 players on the line, past Shakir in goal, and that's it. That is a wrap. End of the game, Rob.
The coaching staff have just grabbed each other. They're all on top of each other, just celebrating as Connor Roberts kisses the dragon on his shirt and then is engulfed by his teammates. What a night it's going to be in Baku for the Red Wall. They've witnessed a famous triumph here for Wales, and one which keeps this adventure going, surely, Nathan Blake.
Yes, Rob, we're not over yet, though. Still a minute or so to go, I think. But fantastic end of the game. Wales showing their experience there. Gareth Bale. Like I said, Turkish defenders totally switched off. Gareth Bale, they take a short one. He's just allowed to run along the touchline.
They're
almost
crying in the Red Wall. The Red Wall are crying because they've witnessed a fantastic win for Wales. Ramsey and Roberts will send them to Rome full of eternal optimism in the eternal city. Wales are surely leaving Group A now. They didn't know when to leave in France. They want to stay on again. all around Europe. It's a magical, magical night on the banks of the Caspian Sea. Wales have beaten Turkey by 2-0, and it's Italy next.
Well, we've had everything today, Rob. Absolutely everything. I'm absolutely shattered. You know, we've had chances in the second half. Yilmaz missed chances. Bale missed penalty. Ramsey, you know, tried a little cutback, almost got tackled, almost scored. Soyuncu Moore, fantastic battle. Bale header, great saves. We've had it all. Dan James, brilliant down that left-hand side. And then right at the end, a little corner. Everyone thinks it's just going to waste time. Bale trots along the byline, cuts it back. And all the people are supposed to be there. It's not supposed to be Connor Roberts, but he is. And a fantastic right-footed finish to see Wales through 2-0. Absolutely brilliant night. My throat is just about to finish.
And Wales could even afford a Gareth Bale missed penalty. That's how it was in Baku tonight. An evening full of drama as Rob Page has written another chapter in Welsh history. And surely, but surely, they're in for a bit longer now in this tournament. They go to Italy on Sunday with virtually the pressure off. We shall see. But it's finished in Baku on a famous night for Welsh football. Turkey 0, Wales 2.
Nathan, you're saying your throat has gone, your voice has gone. I was just thinking, Rob, as I listened to you towards the end, I was thinking you might need a lozenge or two, or maybe a stiff drink.
Both, Mark, both. We've got an early start to Rome tomorrow, but honestly, that trip will feel much better on the back of that, because that was the best Wales have played, certainly under Rob Page, and one of their best performances of the Ryan Giggs era, if I can call it that.
Chappers, it was a great game to watch, I have to say. Both teams entertained us. It was, and in the end, you know, Turkey, I think tiredness of the mind. They just totally switched off, expecting Bale just to take a short corner and keep it in the corner. He trotted along the byline, unchallenged, slots it back. And of all the people you're expecting, okay, you might expect to see Kiefer Moore there. No, Connor Roberts, the right back, inside the 6-yard box, slots it in.
And I don't know if you're watching this, Mark, they've had a huge huddle, the Wales players, with all the coaching staff, virtually every one of them, and now they walk over to the few hundred intrepid fans who made the long, long trip to Baku. They will milk the applause for a while yet. They won't want to leave the Olympic Stadium after a night like that.
Robert, I'm told you have to go, so we'll. But I can't shut you up at the moment, understandably, because you're enjoying it so much. So I'll let you go and do whatever you have to do, and we'll probably talk to you later on as well for part of the Euros Daily. James Collins with us, Micah Richards with us as well. I was watching you on Zoom, James. I think you virtually played the last 20 minutes in that studio, didn't you?
Chappers, I looked old before this game. I think I've aged 5 years in the last 90 minutes. Unbelievable. Incredible performance. For a side so young, so inexperienced in tournaments, to go there and do what they've done this evening is incredible. It really is.
Do you get a better perspective about what you footballers do to all of us fans now?
Yeah, I'd much rather be playing in a game like that, because you can sort of affect it. But to sit here and go through that is enjoyable, not so, it's one of them, you're enjoying it, but I was just saying to Meeksy, and I've never been so nervous in all my life, I don't think.
Whereas Micah was just sat there, just on his phone every now and then. I don't know whether you were tweeting or ordering yourself some food, but you were very relaxed there, Micah.
I was very relaxed, but it was nice seeing James. When the second goal went in, honestly, in here erupted, and rightly so. What a performance from Wales. I felt Welsh just being in this room today.
We like to hear.
It was brilliant.
More the merrier.
We'll look at the overall performance after 7 o'clock. We'll talk about Aaron Ramsey, who was sensational. We might even go back over the missed penalty as well. But just on that second goal, Nathan, you talked about the tiredness of Turkey, and they actually hadn't learnt from the minute previously, because Wales had done exactly the same short corner on their left, which then led to the short corner on the right, and Bale just replicated what he'd done a minute earlier.
just switched off, Turkey. I think. Hello,
I've got you again.
Hear me?
I've got you. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I heard everything you said, Chappers. Yeah, they went from the left to the right, and Turkey, it's tired minds. Late on the game, 94th minute, absolutely shattered. They're just thinking, we just want to get a chance. Wales are going to take their time with this one again. Didn't learn from the one just 20 seconds ago, and like I say, he just danced along the byline unchallenged, and the right back slots in the goal. So, unbelievable. I'm so tired, and my throat is absolutely killing me.
I know. Can I just need to keep you for another 15, 20 minutes more.
Yeah, I'm here, mate.
Is that all right?
Do you feel like this, you'll know.
do you feel like you've played that as well?
Yeah, I feel tired. I feel really tired. I could sleep on this bench right here, right now. It takes it out of you just watching. It does, because like James says, like Michael will know, being here, watching, commentating, knowing you can't affect the game. It's different when you're down there and you can affect things. But from here, you're just reliant upon everyone who's on the pitch, or all the subs, the management, what have you, and you're just hoping for the best. And after the penalty miss, I was thinking, are we going to rue that? Is it going to be a last-minute equaliser, which will mean like we really go out and Turkey go on? But it was Turkey who switched off in the end, and it came down to fitness and mind, strength of mind, and Wales were stronger.
The tiredness of mind is really interesting, James, because in some ways Wales would have had to have been concentrating even more than Turkey defensively, because obviously Turkey were having to go for it. So the mental side of things for Wales would have been exhausting as well.
Yeah, it's spot on, Chappers. You don't realise what that takes out of you to have to concentrate for pretty much the whole second half, really. Wales sort of sat back and Turkey came on strong, but a big mention to the whole Welsh back four and the lads who dug in, even Aaron Ramsey getting back and making big tackles in his own box. That's what this together stronger that we say about this Wales squad. They're all in it together. You see on the pitch after the game. I can't say enough superlatives about them. I really thought it was an incredible performance.
Micah, I can only recollect one penalty that's gone higher and further than that one. Any ideas what that might be?
Yeah, it was similar to my pre-season penalty. Absolutely shambolic.
Right.
It didn't matter in the end. It didn't matter because Gareth Bale, and I said it, he would turn up on the big stage, and he did that today. Absolutely
Can
brilliant.
you imagine the relief from Gareth?
What was going through his mind at that?
I've never seen him do that little stutter before. All the big penalties he's taken, Champions League final, I've never seen that. And
do you think he was a bit nervous?
Put it down to nerves, mate. It's Gareth Bale playing for Wales. He's got the weight of the country on his shoulders. So, but like I said, the relief he must be feeling now is incredible.
It felt like a final one on this, Nathan, because it felt like he was waiting. Yeah. I know it went to VAR, but once that was decided, it then felt like he had an extra weight. I mean, he looked to the skies 3 or 4 times before he began his run-up.
Yeah, he's almost thought he was thinking about, I haven't scored in 11 or 12 games. But, like James says, a player of his magnitude, he would have seen everything before. I've never seen him do that stutter step. Said it in commentary, never seen that. And then he seemed to be going for the top corner or near the top corner, but he seemed to hit it flat, like they hit those free kicks, like a flat free kick which dips. But this time there was no dip, there was no bend on the ball, which meant once it was over the bar, it just kept sailing. But you say Turkey didn't learn their lessons from the corner, but if you look at the first goal, Ramsey was in just before.
Yes.
Exactly the same position. Bale, exactly the same ball. They didn't learn from either goal, really. They got done twice with the same move. So fantastic evening, though. Fantastic.
We're going to pause for the news on 5 Live in just a moment. So if you want to watch something whilst the news is on, Micah's penalty freely available on YouTube. Italy against... Show James, it'll keep him entertained, Micah, whilst we go to the news. Italy against Switzerland, our 8 o'clock kickoff. Alistair Bruceport.
Mark, after that drama in Baku, Wales on top of the group, having played 2 games with 4 points. Italy, with their opening win against Turkey, are on 3 points. If Italy can beat Switzerland in the Stadio Olimpico this evening, they will qualify for the last 16 with a game to spare.